Not
What?
the camera's not popping up.
Uh-oh.
Is it on? Should I get up?
It's totally on. It's just not showing up in the.
What have you done?
Maybe just close it out.
I
We'll be right
can't.
back.
We're live.
Then we'll be right back. We'll be live again.
We're almost live.
One of us is a sort of.
Yeah, it's not adding the.
Hmm?
Hold on.
What's
Oh,
wrong?
there
There
it
you
is.
go.
What happened?
We pulled.
I want to see. Oh, we're not doing Jake Roberts. That's just for pre-show fun.
Yeah, this is the Tornado Tag Podcast, episode 153. This is all about Mother's Day. This is your host, Jake the Snake, with my
You
co-host,
sound like
Lenny Poffo.
Oh boy.
We're gonna do a whole episode. You better get your impersonations down. I call Jake.
What would they even talk about?
We're gonna talk about our
The
mothers.
Macho
Lenny.
Man.
Tell us about your mother.
Jake, I remember you had a cobra bite my brother.
Yeah.
I'm-
No, the scene from the Macho Man DVD when he's like, I had to be strong for my mother, but then who was going to be strong for me? That's a direct quote.
There it is. So we are gonna be talking about mothers of professional wrestling.
Perfect segue.
Yes. Also, once again, anyone who is listening who is a mother, happy Mother's Day early from us here at the podcast.
Yeah, who's a real mother?
Especially the women who are wrestling and still in the business and wrestling mothers. That's a pretty cool thing. We're going to plug some of those as well as we go through the show. Maybe people who are mothers you didn't know, because we learned about a few here on the before we started.
Maybe they don't even know.
They don't even know their mothers. Yeah.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah.
That
you
one's
don't know
kinda
you're
hard.
a father,
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, that one I
What if
get.
Charlotte had a gimmick where she was just like Ric Flair, how I often say I want her to be, and she's like, any kids out there that I might have, I don't even know. Wouldn't that be awesome? 'Cause
I-
like, wait a minute.
I
No,
want-
wait.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, what?
I want Charlotte to turn into full Ric Flair. Like, just,
Me too.
yeah. I can have any dude in this arena.
Yeah.
Anyway,
don't go
Even
to
you,
plane
fat
with her.
boy, I'll take you up and you'll forget everything you ever learned.
speaking of fat boys, the IWEP network
Perfect
dot,
segue.
.com, where you can find everything we do here for the podcast. You can check out all of our other shows. Just type in IWEPnetwork.com. It'll show you every show that we have on the network. You can go and buy some merchandise. You can support on Patreon. You can follow us on all social media. We're getting close. We're trying to fight that 1K demon. We're trying to hit that 1K goal. So help us out by doing so.
We have to fight 1,000 people. There's only 4 of us. It's going to be hard.
It's
for
gonna
me
be-
to do.
yeah, you got to help us out. If you want to join the team, do that. We want to thank the people who do support us on Patreon. So we want to thank Ryan Box from Outbreak Wrestling, David S., Brett Squared from the Cake Stand, Amani City.
David Schultz.
Yeah.
Ryan V from Outbreak
Yeah.
Wrestling. We don't know who that is.
Many Ryan V's
Yeah.
in Outbreak Wrestling.
Bridget M., Andrew H. from the Bang and Beers podcast, Greg R., Heidi B. from Not Cool in High School and Not Cool in High School Horror, Ryan G. from the Fueled by Hops podcast, Kelly from Crystal Mountain Healing and Truth Behind Illusion. And her voice is back today. So if you
Yes,
listened to on
yes. A
Tuesday
little bit better today.
to Sex Magic,
Hey,
She's-
you know what? That worked out, because everyone likes a raspy. A lot of people like a
I
raspy,
was
sexy,
going into
smoky
it
women's voice.
she kind of sounded like Jake the Snake.
Yeah,
though.
that's what I thought I
No.
sounded like. I didn't sound sexy, I don't think.
But yeah, she did some sex magic and she's all better.
I
now.
didn't do sex magic on the air. Let's tone that one down a bit.
No, she did sex magic.
Oh,
So
God.
turn
I
into the
miss all
podcast.
the fun stuff.
Tune into the podcast and
Man,
witness
a lot of people will
Kelly
be watching
live
it.
No,
doing
No-
sex magic.
nobody
A
wants
live
to see that.
sex magic show, like
It's a
Edge
live-
and Lita.
Yes.
A live sex show, a live sex magic show.
Yeah.
We're
So
gonna
if you,
get banned.
you
You
want
pulled
to
a
see
rabbit out of where?
Tommy B, the Tree of Life Metaphysical Shop, Brad Z, and Hireth in Other Words podcast. Thank you all so much
Please
for the
don't
support.
sell that in half. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for Everett Lee for sharing us and retweeting on Facebook, as well as who just retweeted us here.
I swear,
That's me, I think.
I
Oh,
swear
Kelly.
there was an Amish gimmick wrestler named Lee Everett, and I think he was
Yeah.
in AC. Yeah, I'm
He
pretty
was in
sure.
GCW. I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, wasn't there? And then
Or
this
Levi
guy,
Everett, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Everett Lee. I
Yeah.
always fuck
I
up.
saw something you guys would have got a kick out of today. I was
It's
down
a
in,
name that can go either way.
down in Barrysburg, which is kind of like Amish country. They have a Dollar General there, and they have a post there where you could wrap your horse, like you can
Oh, a
tie your
hitching
horse.
post.
a
And
hitching
of course.
post. Yeah,
Where were you?
in Barrysburg.
Barrysburg.
That's down past Gratz.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
little,
not
little
Pittsburgh.
southwest. Yeah.
Not Pittsburgh.
Not Pittsburgh,
Barrysburg.
Barrysburg.
Yeah.
So
Did it have a little horse head on the top of it?
No,
I love
no.
those.
It
They're
was,
so
but it was a
cool.
Dollar General, and there were 2 Amish horse and buggies there. I was like, if I had the chance to stop and take a picture, I would send the boys.
If you are watching live on Facebook, we ask for a share, a like. Right now, Facebook is not being very kind to small creators.
If only Elon Musk would buy it.
Yes.
And delete it.
Yeah. So if you can honestly, seriously help us out, head over to YouTube and subscribe and follow us on other platforms beside Facebook, because we honestly don't know what's the future. You know what I mean? Because it literally, it seems like it's becoming like the Netflix soon. Like you just see like at any moment this can
The
just
mass
die.
exodus.
Yeah, it can just go away. And so I really encourage people who are watching on Facebook to go over and follow on YouTube, because
Bring back MySpace. We're gonna have a fight
I'm
on who's gonna
begging.
get our top 8.
yeah, I'm begging for MySpace. to
that
come
was
back.
too much drama. Just hit random and be done.
Yeah. So any current event news? What's today in wrestling news?
Well, just lots of current event.
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, what's going on?
The NXT releases. Can we get a chance to talk about that? Obviously,
Yeah.
Last week was our Kerry Silken review, so go back and listen to that in the archive. But I have them here. So obviously the first one was Malcolm Bivens, the manager. Very good, but
Who I
apparently
believe asked to be released, right?
Yeah, he wasn't going to resign. He told me he wasn't going to resign, so they just cut him loose.
I think I read somewhere that the plan was for him to manage Omos, and he was like, "No, thank you."
Yeah,
And they brought back MVP.
I probably would have said that too. Dakota Kai, which is kind of surprising.
That is shocking.
They just don't see her on the main roster. They have a new thing where if you don't get better in a certain amount of time, they let you go. Which I
She's
get
not
kind of
90 days, and
Which
You don't
you're
think
not
Dakota
improving.
Kai is
I think she's good. I
think
wouldn't have
she's
fired
good.
her.
I would have put her on the main roster.
Yeah.
A while
her and
ago.
Raquel Gonzalez are fantastic together.
Well, they broke them two up. Kind of changed Raquel's gimmick a lot.
Well, Raquel went to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Raquel Rodriguez now.
Everett in the chat saying, "Hey guys, what's going on, man? Thank you for the share. We appreciate it. If you are watching live, say hi to us. Let us know you're there."
That Harlan guy that they said was going to be the next Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Taking pictures with Eva Marie.
Parker Boudreaux, who's like a football player. They
Already
had-
gone.
Yep.
Already gone. And that was one of their prized possessions, the football player
They
that
thought-
walked in.
Well, they were 1 for 2 on the football players at that point.
Yeah.
The other one's going to work out just fine.
Yeah. That may because he had the bloodline.
Yeah.
And then some other people that I'm not familiar with at all. I don't know if they made a TV. Raylan Devine, Persha Perota.
Persia Parada was Indy Hartwell's friend.
Okay.
And she was dating the poker guy, and then there's another release that we know, Dexter Lumis.
Yeah. They added him. He was after all these people. Mila Milani, Draco Anthony, Sanjana George, and Paige Prinzavali.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
think
these
they're
are-
all on the way up, and then just
Yeah.
they weren't.
They
Getting
were on
better.
like they used to call it the Largo Loop, like the shows that are. I don't know if they're doing them anymore. The shows like the art.
It's got to feel really like NXT. I could be wrong. This is just an outside perspective and just kind of guessing, but it's got to be stressful. Like you're working there, you're like, man, any day, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, they say if you're not getting better, but they cut people that are better.
and I
know?
believe they said it. Every single person that was called are reporting that they were told budget cuts.
Mhm.
But
That's yeah.
Well, that's what every corporation's doing now. We're making more money than ever, but we have to raise prices and cut costs.
yeah, but they couldn't release Mustafa Ali, but they brought him back.
Yeah, I was going to say
Makes
he's
no
back now.
sense.
we're gonna keep Mustafa. Roderick Strong wants out. We're
Yeah.
gonna keep him, and we're gonna sign Cody to a
Yeah.
multi-million
So
deal.
with this company, basically, you got to say, I want to be here forever and ever and ever and ever, and then
No, what you do is you leave and then trash them and then come back.
Oh, that's true. Yes, I forgot about that.
Yeah, if you want
That's
to
a good
leave,
angle.
just pretend you're just walk out, and they'll think you're drunk, and then
Mhm.
turn down a drug test, and then
Yeah.
you can get out.
Yeah.
Like Jeff Hardy did.
Yeah, killed it.
I don't know. It's just I get the whole you're not getting better. Release people like Aaliyah was
Sure.
in NXT for
Sure, yeah.
many years, but yeah, listen, I wouldn't release Dakota Kai.
At the end of the day,
But then why do you have Tamina on the roster?
at the end of the day, you have the machine to make somebody better and over.
Do yeah.
Do you at all, Andy, believe the theory about Tamina that she knows something?
That's what they say.
Yeah.
But like
What does she know?
Her father.
But we all
was
know the
involved
same
in
thing.
something,
Yeah, it's
but-
not like
Vince paid off the cops
Oh,
when
yeah.
Jimmy
Oh,
Snuka
yeah.
killed that girl.
Yeah.
We all know that.
Does she have proof? Does she
Yeah,
have
yeah.
Does she have a canceled check?
I
Like-
have a rumor that Tamina knows some things.
Like like I don't know. But I don't know why you would have her on
Buddy,
the roster
here's
either.
the
So it makes
canceled
sense.
check.
So here's the thing. I
How
don't
many
mi-
years
I
ago?
don't mind Tamina. To me, Tamina is, I guess what I would say what reminds me of women's wrestling back in the day. Like she was good, if she was in that time, she would probably be one of the better ones.
No,
But today's
Yeah.
today's standard of women's wrestling, she's just not
maybe like
on the same level.
Maybe
as
she
everybody
could have
else.
been a heel for Alondra Blaze for like a month or
she
two.
wasn't going to be better than Bull Nakano.
Yeah, no, that's definitely no.
Maybe she could have been.
I'm talking about like I think
Okay, when the best women's wrestler was like the fabulous Moolah. Okay, fine.
when
she
it was
would've
like
been fine.
Ivory and Jackery, and that was it.
No, Ivory was good.
Ivory was
No,
better.
Ivory
I'm
was
saying
excellent.
they were both good. I'm just
Jacqueline
saying
was better than
Tamina was
Tamina.
better than 90% of the other girls behind those two.
Well, back then it wasn't about how good you were.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was about
You needed to be good, but you needed to look even
Well,
better.
you didn't really have to be good as long as you were hot
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
during
You
that
could be
time period.
awful.
Yeah,
You could
Stacy
be
Keebler.
Sable.
name your favorite Deborah McMichael match.
Yeah. Or Tori Wilson. I mean,
Yeah.
Tori Wilson's great looking, but in wrestling,
Like
yeah.
a lot of those models just didn't really apply themselves.
Kelly. She was multiple time world champion.
or you could have been Trish Stratus and
Yeah.
been a model and then worked your ass off and
Yeah, and
gotten
got good,
really
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And we said a lot of mothers in there too. So real quick, I'm sorry, more current events. Sorry.
You calling them mother.
Yeah, what's going
Oh,
on?
we
there?
we didn't cover the FTR Dax versus Cash match
Yeah.
last week because of
We had
Yeah,
Carry on.
what a run they're having.
Mhm.
Great tag match and then a great match with each other.
Mhm.
So that was
And
so
now
good.
it's what Dax and Adam Cole, I think, in the Owen Hart tournament.
Yes.
Because the brackets are
Yes.
out for the first round.
Yeah, and there is a Joker, so people are starting to wonder who that could
Yeah.
be.
I seen that.
And everyone's saying maybe Claudio, Cesaro. And I was thinking, well, Johnny Gargano's available.
Yeah, there's a lot of people available.
Not going to be Bray Wyatt, but he's available.
And they're going to be going up against the Joker's going up against Samoa Joe in the first
Oh
round.
wow! And they said maybe Miro comes back. I'm like, I don't. Usually, Joker's a new person.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Joker's usually a new fresh face.
Lots
So,
of ROH people.
Who do you come in to? I mean, does the Joker beat Joe, or does the Joker come in and lose his first match?
You could do something where like Jay Lethal distracts Joe because you're having that, or there's a count out. Like,
Yeah.
you could do some smoke and mirrors. But the bracket is on the left side of the bracket, and it's an 8-man tournament, so it's much like King of the Ring. Owen Hart, one of his famous things was he was the King of Hearts. He was the King of the Ring in 1994. That would be in June. That show would be a fun watch along next month because it'll be like 28 years since it. The only thing with that show where he won the King of the Ring is it has some of the worst commentary ever.
Oh yeah.
It is the night Art Donovan joined Gorilla Monsoon and the Macho Man Randy
Dash.
Savage.
How much does that guy weigh?
Gorilla, is that one of the
Yeah.
wrestlers? He looks like a businessman because it was IRS and he wore a tie. And then he was wrestling Mabel. He's like, oh, wow, how much does that guy weigh?
That was commentary.
That was his line. Yeah, you gotta
Art
listen to it.
Donovan was, because the show was in Baltimore. Art Donovan was a legendary football player who played for the Baltimore Colts. And he's just one of those guys that was famous as a personality afterward, especially around Baltimore. He was one of those, like almost like a Mike Golick, but without the radio show. Like just more famous for being a personality. And he was not a very good wrestling commentator.
Yeah, I don't think he knew much about wrestling either.
He did.
Yeah.
But anyway, the brackets for the Owen Hart tournament. On the left side, you have Ray Phoenix against Kyle O'Reilly, Samoa Joe against the Joker, Jeff
Not
Hardy.
CZW Joe.
No. Jeff Hardy against Darby Allin
There it is.
and Adam Cole and Dax Harwood. So Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly against each other in the final.
No, maybe. Yeah. How about that?
You don't think Dax goes further? Being the big Owen Hart fan?
Think he's going to beat Adam Cole?
I don't know because he's a tag wrestler. So
I mean, there's a lot of people in this tournament who have to lose.
I don't know
Yeah.
who would.
Yeah, 7.
I would say probably.
7 have to
yeah.
lose.
I'm
That's how
saying,
a
but they put
tournament
some
works.
big names in there that got to take a loss.
Oh yeah. But
Adam,
I mean,
Adam Cole needs a win.
yeah, he does.
Adam
whole
Cole,
thing?
Adam Cole.
No,
Yeah, maybe.
I don't. Yeah,
I love Adam
let's-
Cole, but
let's-
is he
let's
your
do the-
Owen Hart?
okay.
cup?
Let's eliminate people. I don't see Ray Phoenix winning this.
I don't
No.
see Jeff Hardy winning this.
No, Jeff Hardy is not going to win it.
I don't see Samoa Joe winning this.
Yeah, Samoa
No.
Joe maybe he'll get to the finals, but then if he wrestles Claudio or question mark might get
He's
to the
dead.
finals. Yeah.
He can't
Oh yeah,
do
question mark's dead. If he wrestles what Bacon,
The greatest wrestler of all time.
yeah, it really depends on who that is.
Yeah.
If it's Claudio, put him to the finals, or maybe you can have him. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd love to see
right.
Adam
Some
Cole
people
versus
thought-
Claudio.
Some people thought Kyle O'Reilly because he's Canadian, have a Canadian.
Oh
in it.
yeah,
No.
I
But
think
it's the Owen Hart tournament. The only thing I would say against Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, a babyface should probably win it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Because
that's
it's the
Claudio
Owen Hart
or
tournament.
Johnny
and
Gargano.
I don't think it should be Darby, really.
Yeah.
Or, Ray Phoenix.
You know,
So
I'm not trying to be insensitive or make a joke here, but like, do you pick Darby to that guy who like throws himself off high things to
No.
win an Owen Hart Cup?
yeah,
I
well, yeah,
wouldn't,
that's true. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be insensitive or
I'm
make
sure
a joke.
if-
I'm just saying visually.
Yeah,
Yes.
the
That's
guy
not
whose
the-
finisher's name is the Coffin Drop should
Yeah.
not win this
No.
tournament.
Yeah.
I
Nor
think-
should he really be in it.
Yeah, I think
I
it
agree.
would have been
Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
I think
had he
that was
left.
just, but they could have made that match possible any other way. The Jeff
And-
Hardy
and-
Darby Allin match.
And Andy really keyed in on it. It's that they made this tournament feel like, oh yeah, we're gonna sign Kevin Steen, and then Kevin Steen re-signed with WWE.
Mhm.
Because when this first came out, it's like, oh yeah, Steen's coming and he's gonna win this thing
Yeah.
because he loves Owen Hart.
Yeah, it made sense.
Well, so does Dax and Cash. I mean,
Here's
so
your
you
here's
could-
your
I can't
mystery.
see
But
Dax
Kevin
winning.
Kevin
know?
Owens,
Mick
Kevin Steen is a
Foley.
single star.
Yeah.
Is your
mystery guy.
the Joker.
Who is it?
Mick Foley. He also really
Oh.
loved Owen
Mick
Hart.
Foley and Samoa Joe, they will shatter.
Yeah.
They will both shatter by the end of the match.
Oh God.
Lee says, Everett, I'm sorry. I'm fucking so sorry, Everett. Everett says in the chat, Ember Moon, a Athena interview she just did with Crit Van Fleet. Amazed me how they did her, and WWE don't care too much about talent.
I know
They're
you
all
were talking about that.
replaceable. Yeah, her interview I did watch. Like I said, love Chris Van Fleet. But yeah, Ember was, they did her dirty. They did her dirty.
Vince just didn't like her.
Yeah.
It sucks that with one person doesn't like you, you're out of company.
Yeah.
Or you're in the company, but you're in a shitty role.
Is there a Joker on the women's side?
I'm gonna guess.
They didn't announce the
Oh,
bracket for
God.
the
Well,
women
I
yet.
think there's still like one qualified. Isn't it like Rio against Yuka Sakazaki?
Yeah, and that's on Rampage, which is at 5:30. So if anyone is listening right now,
time
Rampage
change.
is at 5:30. Or if
Why
you,
is that 5:30? Is what's going on?
Basketball.
Guess- yeah.
Basketball.
but if you watch on Hulu, just watch it on any
And
time.
I think
Watch at the normal 10 o'clock time. It'll
T-
be up.
TNT is going to be a mess because they have the rights to playoff basketball and playoff hockey. And they're
Yep.
both
Oh,
going on right
wow.
now. Yeah,
Yikes.
I wonder what's doing better in the ratings there, the hockey or the basketball?
basketball. Those better
Basketball?
ratings.
Usually basketball in the U.S.
And it depends on obviously the teams that are in it too.
Yeah.
No, basketball,
Basketball-
does better ratings than hockey.
I mean,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like,
when they say the four major sports, it's really three.
Yeah.
I
Nothing against
love
it.
hockey, but it's really.
I'm just saying if Philly's in the playoffs, they're going to draw big numbers for viewership.
Please let's not talk about Philly being in the playoffs.
Why are you gonna get your heart broken?
I thought everything was
I
good.
hate broken orbital bones. Okay.
You got James Harden.
Yeah, it's not going so.
All right. Any other news?
The New Japan
Oh yeah.
AEW show
Instant
sold
sell it.
out.
Instant sell.
Not a surprise.
I wonder what the get in the door price is on StubHub right now.
Oh.
Let's find out.
For front row or just any ticket, general
The
mission.
get in the bit
the closest, the
get in
cheapest.
the door price.
50
yeah.
bucks.
No, just to find someone reselling a ticket.
Yeah, 50 bucks for the nosebleed.
They're gone.
No, he's saying if you go on secondary sub market.
StubHub.
Yeah, you know how if
AEW, NX, NJPW Forbidden Tour tickets on StubHub.
people flipping tickets.
Yes.
Yeah.
like
I
they're
think 50 is too low,
right?
even for nosebleed.
really.
Yeah.
I
I say nothing less than $100.
Where and it's in Chicago. It's the same place that All Out was.
no, it's the
Center?
yes. I believe so. It's the same building where Punk came back. It's the United
Oh,
Center.
okay.
It's actually in Chicago. Like no, because I think All Out is in
Outside Chicago.
the Hoffman Estates where like All In was.
Yeah.
And isn't there a New Japan show in DC
Yeah, that's-
before
Yes.
this
Yeah.
show? So I think they're going to set stuff up at that DC
Actually,
show.
less than I thought. The cheapest price. There's only 3 tickets available, I believe, at this price. $66.
Oh wow.
Oh, so it wasn't much
Yeah, it
more
was
than
close.
Upper
close.
level 306, $69. Yeah, if you want ringside,
Probably 500. If you want front row,
1,000.
because front row normal price is probably around 200. I think.
here's
one.
on this side, the cheapest row 1 ticket is $3,570.
Jesus Christ.
We were way off.
And that's front row hard cam. Front row, that's gonna be like, yeah.
What about like the entrance way? Front
Well,
row?
4th row on the opposite side, like the same side as the actual
Mhm.
camera. The only thing they have on StubHub is the closest is 3rd row, $1,040.
Wow.
Jeez.
Side camera or like side by where commentary would be on a WWE show, even though they do it by the stage. Do they have front row? It doesn't. Oh, there's more.
That's
Like you can get on the floor for a few $100, but
Yeah.
to get front row, there's not even front row available. It looks like on that side.
Let's switch gears here. The some more video game announcements, right?
I didn't
Yep.
see any of the video. I
I-
just seen screenshots.
Yeah, I think they did see. They were screenshots. Like I think it's gonna be called AEW Fight Forever.
Yeah, good name.
Yep.
Mhm.
It looked like No Mercy, so hopefully it plays like if the graphics are just okay, but it plays like No Mercy, you'll sell a bunch of copies.
That's what I'm for.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So-
by the stage front row. Sorry, I know we're off of this.
Yeah.
But by the stage front row, $2,586.
Well, you can touch the wrestlers.
Yeah.
So we talked earlier, like obviously Omega is still going through. He just got hernia surgery
Yeah.
and all this other stuff. Does Kenny Omega come back for this show?
If he's medically cleared to, yes.
See, I would say Kenny doesn't rush back, doesn't do this show,
But
so he's the big draw at the next one.
Well, the big draw is New Japan versus AEW.
Yeah. The next show is gonna do the same thing as this show, but
Yeah.
just sell out
I
immediately.
think you'll see a video package or some sort of teaser for him if he's not.
If you had
medically
Kenny available, you just say, nah.
if he can go, he's gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be
think
his call.
I just think injury wise, I don't think he rushes back. I think we're like,
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Yeah.
if he's
It's
healthy,
And I think-
I think it's up to Kenny.
and I think he comes back, goes on a huge streak, and then leads into the next show battle where he maybe goes against like a big name or
but
something.
you can't book around the New Japan shows. Like you can't book
Mhm.
Kenny in AEW about the one.
No,
New
I'm just
Japan
saying he
show.
comes back hot. And,
Oh, of
and-
course.
I have a feeling they already know whether or not Kenny's gonna be a go.
Yeah.
I have
Oh,
a feeling
absolutely.
they have an idea.
Yeah.
I would think.
I have a
That
feeling
show,
they have
that
their-
show in DC, I think you're going to see a lot of lead ups and spoiler, like lead ups to
Yeah,
who's going to wrestle for the.
Either that or they don't do anything and they just do it all in Dynamite.
Yeah.
or Mystery Vortex, like
yeah,
like
just show
PWG.
up.
We're not telling you what's gonna happen. Just buy it.
Yeah,
just
they already
don't-
sold the
just show
show,
up.
so
Well, it's gonna be on pay-per-view too. You want to sell pay-per-view?
yeah, oh, that's true.
We're definitely buying it. Like that's no
You're
question.
not gonna get
I'll try to-
Chase Owens versus Brian Danielson.
Go on, John. Go on. Says good morning. I'm not sure where you're from, but morning and
Yeah,
welcome
hey,
to hanging out with
It's
us on
morning
Twitch.
somewhere, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would be the worst possible match for this show?
Well,
And it has to be AW versus
okay,
New
the
Japan.
new tag team champions of Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens versus QT Marshall and anyone in his group.
Okay,
That
that could
not be
the-
good at all.
Yeah.
What about Evil versus
Jay Lethal's big guy.
Yes, that,
Oh.
that would be bad.
That would be awful. What's the group called?
I don't know.
It's
New
the
Japan.
evil Bullock or what's their name called? It's awful. It's like
I
let's
forget.
pick
Yeah.
the worst guys and put them together and give them a spooky gimmick. And it's like evil and somebody else and like Dick Togo and
So what are the matches
it sucks.
that you just want to see?
Obviously Okada
Yeah.
versus Brian Danielson or Punk. That would probably be the top of everyone's
You have to
list.
pick one.
I'll pick
Okada is the
Okada versus
the
Punk.
shorts
Rainmaker.
pants guy, right?
The Rainmaker.
Yeah,
Yeah. the blonde haired guy.
If you had to pick
Very
one,
tall.
Yeah,
so
Okada
him,
versus-
hers for him versus
Punk,
Punk.
probably.
Yeah.
Either one I'm happy.
And then Danielson, Zack Sabre.
Yeah, probably. And because it's gonna be Mox versus Tanahashi, that's already set up.
Yeah.
Which one's Tanahashi?
The guy with the mullet that does this.
Okay.
The one that's a little bit older, but he's still really good.
Would you do Danielson versus the eye guy?
Naito? I mean, that's a good match. No, I think I would do like Naito versus
Adam Cole,
maybe or like Hangman.
Hangman. Yeah, Hangman and Naito.
And then I would do like
I've been pounding the table for a dream match forever. If he's healthy, Miro against Tomohiro Ishii. I want that match so bad.
Isn't that Kingston's match or is that?
That's on
That's
the
Kingston's
DC
in
show.
DC.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
in DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Stone Pitbull.
And then you got Sonata. I would have him wrestle somebody like
Is Tonga still in the company or not? Did he leave?
He's there.
they're still there.
The Tongas
Just
versus
throw-
the Bucks.
throw under.
I mean, that already happened a bunch of times.
New Japan's tag division's not that great.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good at all.
So what if the
It's really
Bucks
not good.
what if the Bucks are about to jump what's his name? The goal, one of the Kenny's partner, and then Kenny comes out for the save, and that's your tag team matches.
Ibushi.
I mean, we had that
Gold-
in New Japan too, and it was the best match of the year.
That'd be a
That was
fun
the
way to
LA
bring Kenny
show?
back and make him babyface.
I did not know who the current junior heavyweight tag team champions were. in
Oh
New
my god, I
Japan.
don't know either, but is it what's his name? Taguchi?
Yep.
Risuke Taguchi and oh no, Master Wado.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, Master
So
Wado.
it's one of their trainees or young boys, and they send them away to go on excursion and learn, and they come back and they get a gimmick. They finally get colors. They don't have to wear the black tights, and he has blue hair, and he's like a kung fu guy, and he's blue. And
Is
it
he good?
sucks. He's okay.
Okay.
And and their name is
The gimmick really
and
sucks.
his name and their team name is 6 or 9.
Oh,
What?
well, Taguchi has all his
Yeah.
offense is his ass.
It's ass-based offense.
And he doesn't have a big ass. Like, it's just funny because he's a comic.
So him
character.
versus Orange
And
Cassidy.
he has like weird
could.
Eddie Guerrero. Well,
No, you're gonna do Orange
is
Cassidy
hurt.
versus
Orange Cassidy is
Yano.
Is he gonna be healthy for the show?
Oh, yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah,
Yeah, the match.
Yano's the goofy guy.
If not, you do Danhausen against Yano.
Yeah.
If Danhausen. It seems like Danhausen will probably be wrestling against him.
When's that Hook one? Him and Hook.
It looks like they're making it a tag match now. That's
Yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
be-
it
they-
looks like
like,
it's a tease that it's in.
They were
tag.
confronting one another, and he's trying to get Hook to tag with him now as Hookhausen.
yeah, and then versus what, the Ass Boys or something.
Aspud.
There you go. Ass Boys versus Tanahashi and Okada.
There it is. All right.
I don't know. I'm excited. For
it's
that
gonna be fun.
show.
And then the video game's rumored for what, September this
That's
year?
what they're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It could be interesting if they could get it out for like
How long is this thing going
All
for?
Out
Like
Weekend.
almost 3 years, though.
Since they started the company, just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's got to be soon.
And then
Gotta be soon.
somebody said that everyone's in it. Everyone's on the roster.
Do you know? Do you know what
whoa.
video game
Except
Aubrey
Cody.
Yeah.
Aubrey worked on?
I do.
She was on phone games. I know a lot of mobile games.
Are you gonna say
Like Angry
Scribble-
Birds?
Scribblenauts.
Oh, okay.
She helped make the Scribblenauts video games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I know she has actual real I don't count mobile games.
Yeah.
But she did real video
Well,
games.
Scribblenaut
console
is,
games.
is
Yeah,
a,
no, yeah.
is a
That's,
legit console game.
Phone games are
I have one for
handy.
DS.
Yeah. There's a
Yeah, but
They are
DC comic book
beneath
one.
him.
Yeah, they are actually.
There's a DC comic one.
Yeah, it's
Scribblenauts.
oh, that's
Heroes.
I'm thinking Drawn to Life.
Yeah.
A local favorite, Tony Deppen, will be on AEW Dark Elevation next week. That's another current story.
Elevation's the Monday one.
The Monday
and,
one.
and our Sanctuary World Champion
Yes.
will be making his New Japan debut.
Yeah, Ace Austin's in the battle.
Oh,
of the
I
Super
forgot
Juniors.
that he had the sanctuary belt. Look at the sanctuary.
Also in that
Wheeler Yuta's
tournament,
in that too?
Wheeler Yuta, yeah.
Mhm.
That's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Boy, Japan really wants me to watch.
they have some good stuff. I'm gonna be re-signing.
Yeah,
up with the-
send me over
soon,
those digits.
soon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait
Yeah,
until
I think by the
crowd can cheer.
time the G1
Yeah,
comes along,
yeah.
I guess Cheeseburger did.
I always
one?
liked Sakura Genesis, which probably would have happened, or maybe they didn't happen.
Yeah.
She was right on this time. Cherry
Uh,
Blossom Festival.
And this will end on this because we're closing at the 30-minute mark of our banter. Tomorrow, you cannot obviously come live. It is sold out. But
Yes.
if you subscribe to iwtv.com, you can watch the bash.
Is it live? I heard they
Yep.
had some problems with the internet uploads or something.
Really? They said it's going to be live on IWTV on their promo.
Yeah, so it might be live tape. Maybe like you watch it like a little bit after.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna look.
if
I don't
it
know
is
what live tape means.
if it is live, if it is live, you can watch the Bash of the Brewery and Avery Goods last match.
Or if you're like me, you can be there because there it is
For
right
now.
there.
We will be there live. Me and Brian will be in attendance, so we'll take some photos and we'll be hanging out and having a good
Stickers.
time. And
Are we doing the car ride?
we
home?
are doing a car ride
Oh,
home.
okay.
Oh boy.
Maybe we'll do a car ride up and a car ride home.
I think there's 6 matches, right?
I know the big one is the final match of Avery Good, professional wrestler. Like, I'm looking on my phone when I have a computer right here.
Versus
it-
Abby
it-
Abby
Jane.
Jane, yeah.
It does say an upcoming live stream, the Bash of the Brewery. So I heard from another podcast I listened to that somebody knows someone who runs IWTV, and they had the internet was kind of spotty with uploading. They didn't know if they could
My
do it.
personal take is
It will be
why,
8 p.m. on.
why go live on an independent show? Because you're like it's like why buy a ticket then?
well,
Do
they're
it the
sold out.
Yeah.
Do it the
Wait,
next day.
What time does your ticket say, Brian?
It
Because
says.
there might be a little wrestling magic here.
Yeah, I you said 8 p.m. I think there might be
a
some
little
wrestling magic here.
going
What
on
time
here.
is it saying? 10?
I
I think the show starts at 7 or 6.
Yeah, I think so.
2-hour show.
Goes live at 10 o'clock.
It's live at 8, but I mean, I don't know.
Who knows?
So it live to you.
I will say this.
Live to you.
I will say this. I have been part of a production.
Hey, it's
That-
better than nothing at all, right?
That's right.
I have been part of a production, and it just so happened to be my very first production. And I had to film a wrestling show and have 0 mistakes because we were doing the same thing where it was going live 2 hours later. And I had to film it, edit it, get it done, and have it uploaded and ready to go on IWTV Live
Wow.
at 8 o'clock.
and we it was played live.
and-
That's called nerves,
And
right?
it happened.
Yeah.
And it was fucking terrifying.
Oh, Stan Styles and gender
That's a way to be like branded by fire or like what it blessed by fire right away.
Oh, that's at 8 o'clock. Wait, do they have multiple live streams or only one live stream?
They had tons. They're
Oh,
always
so,
going
so
live.
the
yeah.
Stan Styles Intergender Bonanza is also. Oh, that's Saturday. Sorry,
Looking
sorry,
forward to
Saturday.
season 4 of Uncharted Territory on IWTV. I have to look into that. Thank you, Everett.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with the IWTV. So.
Yeah.
Stan Styles, so much fun at Outbreak Wrestling. We're just at Outbreak this past weekend.
Yeah,
Yes. Outbreak was an excellent time last Saturday.
it was a fun, really good time. All right, well, let's get into our topic. Mother's Day Well, Mother's Day topic. It is Mother's Day 2022. That's why I named it, because who knows
Sunday is.
if we do another Mother's Day episode. I think this whole week on the podcast and leading into next week will all be Mother's Day episodes. So we'll be doing
Really quickly before, I just want to kind of run down some of the matches
Go
on
ahead,
the show. So yeah, I can't find a time for this, but yeah, so we have listen to this team. Well, first of all, on one side of this, it's a 10-man tag. You have Jolly Roger, Jigsaw, Murloc, Jacob Hammermeyer, or Jakob Hammermeyer,
Yeah, Jakob, yep.
and Ryan Mooney against the Batiri,
Wow.
Frightmare, Ultramanus Black, and the Hydra.
Wow. The Order of the Neo Sword. A lot of guys coming back for this.
Yes.
A lot of old Chikara names there, especially Murloc.
I will say this.
And Jolly Roger is old school Chikara. He's like first or second class.
I am very, very honored that I got to do commentary one time with Ultraman.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun.
That should be a fun one.
Here is a match I believe has been changed a little bit. It was it's Vita Von Star,
Mhm.
Veda Scott, and now Edith Surreal in the match.
Love that.
If only Edith was a V name.
Yeah.
So it could be
For one night only,
Edith.
only for one night only, Avita Surreal.
There you go.
Avita. Edith has been tagging on this like recently with Erica Lee,
I forget their name.
and I am all about that. I think it's like
It's
Artsy
something funny.
Fartsy versus
Yeah, something. I know
Artsy Fartsy and the weird girl or something like that. She has.
because it was like
Oh.
Erica and Riley were like hardcore geeks or something. I forget.
Maybe it is live. This says doors 7 p.m.
Oh, well, maybe.
Maybe it is live.
There it is. I'm all about the fucking Erica Lee Edith Surreal tag team.
Yeah, I forget their name, but it's pretty good.
I'm just trying to scroll through their images to see if we can find. I know Big Dan Champion will be there.
Yeah,
I
he's
know-
wrestling. I see his match, but I forget.
Peter DeLong says Ryan Moody equals super underrated.
He's Cheeseburger's tag partner, right?
And I agree. Yes.
Yeah, they were the Shinobi Shadow Squad.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Ryan Mooney is fantastic.
Yeah.
When Ryan Mooney was trying
They should
to
put the belt on him.
that was the whole gimmick. He's like, eventually I want to become champion. Yeah. It unfortunately never happened for him.
I believe one of the things was like I think one of the first matches they announced was Erica Lee against somebody, and I don't remember.
I think it's Eric Lee and the Boar.
Oh no, I believe it's the Boar against Willow Nightingale is the match.
I forget.
I'm
Because
for
Eric
that,
and the
'cause-
Boar normally are a team.
yeah.
yeah.
But anyway,
Gummy boars, right?
Yeah.
just
gummy
sign
bears.
up for IWTV. It's going to be worth your $9.
Yeah.
Watch it and enjoy.
Yeah. Willow's there. I'm pumped. I got to see Willow wrestle live, Edith wrestle live again, Avery wrestle live, Abby. A lot of fun stuff. I'm really excited.
Young
Obviously.
Jay Lee against the world famous CB.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good time. So if you're not there, you can watch live, and we will be doing a car ride home episode. I don't know if we're gonna do video. If it's too dark in the car, we're not doing video.
Probably video. Probably not the best.
Yeah. So we'll probably just do audio only. So that'd be audio exclusive
Yes,
where we
exclusive.
review that on the way home. Because now with those wireless mics, man, that's super simple. That's a super simple setup.
So here's a trios match. Lucky 13 and Bojack and Big Dan Champion against Gummy Boar, the team of Erica Lee and the Boar,
yeah.
and Puff. I know
Puff.
the other match. Puff is a lot of fun. And the other match, I knew it was Willow Nightingale. Unless this has been changed, it's Willow Nightingale against Tracy Hot Sauce Williams.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our Mother's Day topic. So starting off, who was your mother's favorite wrestler? And
I know two of Andy's mother's favorite
Yeah.
wrestlers.
if you are in the chat, please tell us who your mother's favorite wrestler was if she was a wrestler.
Although a lot of people's mothers probably don't have favorite wrestler because they don't like wrestling.
my mom
which
was
is
not
okay.
a big wrestling
Yeah.
fan.
Okay.
She thought Ken Shamrock's name was Ted Shamrock. So not the biggest wrestling fan.
All right.
She didn't like Bobby Heenan because he was an asshole.
And you loved him.
Oh,
Who
everybody
didn't?
loved
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan.
So who was your mom's favorite, Andy?
Razor Ramon.
And
Yeah.
before that,
Yeah, Tony Gurria.
Tony
Yeah.
Gurria.
Yeah.
There
And
it
a
is.
distant third to Tonka.
Really?
Your mom was a Tatanka fan.
That's her. Razor Ramon was the number one with the bull, but back in the day it was Tony Gurria.
Kelly.
With that
What about,
hair-
what
head of
about
hair.
Brian? No.
My mom was a really big wrestling fan. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I mean, if your parents weren't a fan, then they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
My mom. So I'll get to mine. And
Go ahead.
Kelly, go ahead. You go.
I'm
Well,
gonna
all
call
right.
her and ask her. Hang on.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
There's your-
All right. Well, my mom, she's one of the moms that doesn't like wrestling whatsoever, but I will go by who she didn't bitch about the most, and that
Stop
was
picking
Bret.
up.
Yeah. Wonder why.
That was Bret Hart. She didn't talk anything about him bad. She only said good things about Bret Hart. She didn't come out and say that was her
Mother's a
favorite.
mark.
but Bret Hart was probably about the best because she hated Razor Ramon.
Mm.
She didn't like George the Animal Steel. Anybody with any like kind of crazy gimmick she didn't like. And she didn't like Razor for the way he talked and came off, I guess.
She don't like
She didn't like
Spanish
Shawn
guys.
Michaels.
She don't like those Spanish guys that are in Spanish.
Yeah.
I should mention my mom did have horrible taste though, so I wouldn't care,
Yeah.
especially in football teams.
Who was your team?
Washington.
Oh, I loved your
Oh,
mother.
God.
She was a saint.
I was gonna say an XFL team, but I can't name one.
So
The
my mom,
Memphis Maniacs.
my mom,
Everybody's favorite.
I guess my mom's favorite recently, like in more recent times, probably had to be Stone Cold
Oh wow.
because my brother's name is Austin,
Oh, okay.
and she said
What?
it was because of a soap opera.
Does it line up though?
What
Yes.
soap
Like
opera
when
was
he
it?
was born,
Yeah.
was around the year that Austin was hot.
I was 11 years old. When
And
my
what
brother
was the
born.
soap opera? Did she say?
Days of Our Lives. So it was a character named Austin.
yeah, but
I
what
don't even
year?
remember
what
that.
year was it?
2000 or
Oh.
99.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, I was hottest.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
could argue.
Well, I do have a younger brother, Earthquake, so maybe that. would be
Yeah.
What's your sister's name?
Typhoon.
Yeah,
I think you're aware. Yeah. Also,
Faye.
my mom always said how she was a big George Animal Steel fan.
Wow.
She liked George Animal Steel.
My mom hated him.
Yeah.
Very smart man, they said.
My mother, when she was alive,
Good teacher.
liked Dusty Rhodes. Everybody
Oh.
says, yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Your mother had good taste.
Almost
in
wore a
wrestling,
Dusty
David.
shirt.
People with mother love the American Dream, baby.
The Blue eyes soul.
He would do the shake and jab, and the mothers go crazy. So yeah, well, that's how we'll kick this off, and we're going to talk about some of the most famous wrestlers in wrestling
Wrestling
history.
mothers.
Wrestling mothers.
And if you're talking about that, and we already brought up Bret Hart, so you kind of have to talk about Helen Hart, just because of a single family. I will go on record saying the greatest wrestling family is the Anawai family.
Yes, yeah. The Samoan family is
But
number one.
That's a big tree.
Mhm.
There are a lot of you had Afa, you had Sika, you had their sister who married the Fatu's father. You had
If you're talking one family that shared the same mom, though, like
yes, you had one mom that produced Bret and Owen Hart, and then a few other kids who were very
Bruce.
successful. Bruce.
Yeah, and
You had 9 months to pick a name, and you
Yeah.
came up with Bruce.
Yeah. And the Hart family too was pretty much you became a member of the family if you would survive the dungeon essentially.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are you married in? So
Yeah.
what? And,
Neidhart.
Neidhart. That's
Neidhart,
right.
Bulldog.
Married in
British Bulldog.
Bulldog. Yep.
Pillman was kind of in it, but he wasn't really.
He
in
was
it.
trained by the Hart.
Trained,
yeah.
but not.
Trained. Yeah, he was.
So was
and he
what,
teamed with Bruce.
Lance Storm and
Lance Storm and Jericho. were
yeah, a little bit.
trained by the Hart.
Yeah.
If you ever read Chris Jericho's first book, the only time they ever saw an actual Hart was when they came to collect the money,
Yeah.
and they were trained by some guy in a bowling alley.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Would you consider TJ, right? TJ.
Well, he's married into the family.
yeah, he's
Yep.
married in.
He's married
I think
to
the grandchildren.
Helen Hart's
yeah.
granddaughter.
Yeah,
Natalia.
Natalia.
What
Helen.
was Natalia? Obviously, she trained there. Was David Boy Smith Jr. trained there?
I don't think so
I don't
because he
think
probably would have been trained in Europe.
But he is a member of the family.
Yeah,
he
he married
is Helen
Diana.
Hart's grandson.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
What's his name? That's
Teddy.
canceled. And yeah, Teddy.
I never heard of him. What?
Good. Lucky you.
Yeah.
I would go on record. Never mind. I'm not going on record for that.
Any statement before you say I'm going on record
Yeah.
should be thought about long and
I was
hard.
gonna
By the
say,
way,
I would say I would not speak his name before I not spoke another name, but only because one actually did some cool things in wrestling and then became a horrible person.
Oh, there's been plenty of those in
Oh,
wrestling.
yeah. That
Yeah.
Still is some wrestling.
Yeah.
Does anybody know Bret Hart's middle name?
Oh, it's something weird, ain't?
Yeah,
Like
Gene.
Aloysius or something.
No,
No, wait.
it is weird, but it's
Is
not
it, is it
Aloysius.
Cowboy like Wyatt or no?
No, it is. It does share. It does share something with a very famous wrestler, and that famous wrestler will be at Legends of Hamburg in July.
Coco Beware.
Sergeant.
Brett Coco Beware. Yes, Brett Sergeant Hart.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, Brett Rugged Ronnie Garvin Hart.
I know it's going to be Brett,
Smash.
the Repo Man.
Yeah.
Wildfire. Brett Wildfire Hart.
His middle name is Wildfire.
No, his middle name was
It's
Sergeant.
Sergeant.
Oh, Sergeant.
Yeah.
He's just rattling now.
No, you're just a legit. It was Sergeant.
It is
It was
Sergeant.
Sergeant. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were fucking with me.
No. wait. You thought Wildfire was true, but not Sergeant.
Oh boy. You're not helping me on my love of Bret Hart right there. I'm just
Listen, you stinking hyena.
yeah. I'll till the day I die, I'll be an Owen fan.
My mother would never give me the middle name of Wildfire. Why am I turning into Jesse Ventura?
I don't know. You better get your impressions
Brett-
right, boy.
Inside, I don't.
You
wanna
go a
be-
little bit
I don't wanna
south
be a
from
cowboy.
Canada and you talk
My
like this,
gosh.
McMahon.
I don't want to be.
Kelly, you need to figure it out.
I
impression.
can't.
Yeah, can you do
Just
Becky?
be like- just
can,
be
you,
like-
can you do Becky?
Be like, hi, I'm a girl. This is my Britt Baker impression. Just talk normal.
It's like when Andy
I have
Kaufman
to
would-
lose my voice again, so I become Charlotte Flair like Andy.
Oh yeah,
Say.
raspy Charlotte Flair.
You could lose your voice to be Luna Vachon.
Yeah,
Luna
Vachon.
There you go.
Yeah, that's more like it.
All right.
take a little cloud. I'm Luna Vachon.
Anything else about Helen?
She knew Paul Bosch before the
Wow.
legendary Houston promoter before she knew Stu.
I will say
Helen
this.
Hart was actually from Long Island, New York,
I didn't know that.
and
Yeah.
Paul Bosch was a lifeguard there. And I don't know if that's how her and Stu met, but yeah, Paul Bosch knew her.
I
before.
can't remember.
I
It's
was
been so
there.
long since I've seen
I
that
was at the
documentary, but I know she
pool.
was.
Who do you think got roasted the hardest on commentary as a mother? Do you think Helen got it the
Yeah,
worst? Bobby?
Jerry Lawler used to say
Helen,
that.
Helen, or the Big Boss Man's mother, because Bobby Heenan used to always make fun of the Big Boss Man's mother, and it was to the point where Jack Tunney got so mad at Bobby Heenan, he said, "Because you have made so many comments about the Big Boss Man's mother, Bobby Heenan, I am suspending Rick Rude."
Oh, well, makes sense.
Not you, Rick Rude.
Yeah.
Your client, Rick Rude. He's suspended indefinitely, and he didn't return to the WWF for 7 years until he came back with the.
They must have been really bad mom jokes.
They were.
I remember it.
Yeah.
They were, and then they would always have matches. They filmed one for like a Coliseum video thing where it was like a ball and chain match where Heenan would just come out and be like, "I apologize to your mother. She accepted my apology. I just got off the phone with her. The phone is off the hook down there in the back. Go talk to her." And the boss man was having none of it.
So the Big Boss Man's mother got Rick Rude fired from WF.
Yes.
Yeah. Fun fact. There's a Mother's Day
Yeah.
fact for you.
Yeah.
All right.
And got him an Intercontinental title shot against Mr. Perfect at WrestleMania
Yeah.
7.
Mama Boss.
Mama Boss.
Was she ever on camera?
No.
No,
No.
a lot of people were never on camera.
Much like Mama Cornette was
Mhm.
never on camera. But if you look at especially very early Jim Cornette,
Everett says the Henning family. You have Larry, the Axe Henning, Kurt Henning, Curtis Axel, Amy Henning, and Hank Henning.
I don't even know about Hank Hennig.
I don't know. Amy or Hank, Curtis,
Amy, I knew.
Axel.
Yeah.
Kurt's really good.
Yeah,
Larry the Axe was pretty good.
yeah,
Do you think his wife was the old battle axe?
yeah. The whole battle. act.
The battle axe.
Mr. Perfect was very good, son. So sometimes not everyone can be Charlotte. Sometimes you're David Flair.
Mhm.
I mean, it ain't that bad. but
Sometimes you're David San Martino.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Should be
you're-
called David Hennig.
What was Stasiak's kid that was not good?
Sean Stasiak?
Oh, Sean Stasiak. Yeah.
I liked Planet Stasiak.
That was that.
I liked
Perfect.
Yeah, perfection.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
liked one thing when he was Planet Stasiak, where remember when Regal was a GM and he would have the knight
Oh yeah.
and in his office he had the British Union Jack and the suit of armor for the knight. At one point, like Stasiak is trying to charge somebody and he just very quickly sidestep. He just runs right into the suit of armor.
You ready for me to get some heat right now?
Okay,
Uh-oh.
go for it.
I liked the B team. When Bo Dallas and Kurt Hennig were the B
I was
team.
like, who the hell's the B team?
Yeah,
Did
the
that
Killer
was-
Bees?
I'm gonna give you
Me
heat
too.
for that. That was bad.
they were funny
It's no good.
I liked them.
What was the funniest moment of the B team?
Yes.
Yeah.
when they like they
There's
were,
their shirt that said the
Here
B
we
team.
go.
yeah, when they literally just wrote B on a giant on a white
Mm.
t-shirt. Yeah.
Were you a fan of Axelmania and Macho Mandel?
Oh,
I
yeah,
was-
remember that?
Unfortunately, I was not. I didn't see that, but I did like the B team. I thought they were
They-
generally
Here is
entertaining.
the Tony moment of the podcast, everybody.
And then when they finally won a match, were they tag
They
champions?
were the tag team champions.
yeah, they won the titles. The B team, B team, B team.
like I
Go,
said-
go, go.
The Bad Luck Fale and
No.
what's his name? Or
Listen,
the
you
NWA
say what you
or the NWA. New Japan
Yeah,
Tag
it was
Team.
Curtis Axel as Axelmania as Hulk Hogan, and then Macho Mandel was Randy Savage.
Yeah.
They were the
Now,
Mega
why was it
Powers.
okay for him to look like Macho?
yeah.
Yeah,
But Elias is.
Who knows?
But I seen a meme where they said
Hearsay.
they should hire Sando back to be Elias,
That'd be
and then
great.
Elias could be Ezekiel.
well, he was a great actor. He
Yeah.
was a great actor, the second best actor
You
in wrestling
can't
behind
hire
J.S.
someone to be
Hawthorne.
Elias.
Did
Just bring-
Elias even wrestle yet?
Just bring
Ezekiel, yes.
no.
No,
Oh no,
did.
Ezekiel.
Uh,
Ezekiel.
Elias is on tour. He cannot be in wrestling.
Okay. Well, I'm getting
The one thing I do like about it that somebody pointed out is he is interrupting everybody's promos, like everybody used to do to him.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Like they did to his brother.
Yes.
Yes.
But yeah, the reason that whole Axelmania thing, if you remember, the reason that got canceled is because Hulk Hogan got canceled.
Yeah.
Not that I was really going places.
Yeah, then they went to the B team and it was way better.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it was. It was good.
No. The
So
best
that's-
thing he ever did was when he was managed by Paul E for a hot minute, and then he won the Intercontinental title. And then it was all down from there.
Didn't they do a thing, and it's kind of sad now because of what has happened? They do a thing where like Triple H, like they acted like he could have had a heart attack during a match or something.
I'm trying to think.
I don't know.
I think that, yeah, kind of like when Flair had a heart attack on.
Yeah. There's an episode, fake heart attacks
Yeah.
in wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get back into mothers.
Okay. So yeah, Helen Hart, obviously you had Smith Hart, Bruce Hart, Keith Hart.
They were saying Jim Cornette's mom.
Yes, another one that was never on camera. If you look at very early Jim Cornette, when he first debuted in Memphis, they acknowledged that he was like a ringside photographer for a while. It would be like if, well, I can't say Pinhead because he is a wrestler, but if like Paige Wildgy decided, I'm going to start wrestling. And we're like, well, we know you've been a photographer, or she became a manager. Why are you going to become a manager? And Cornette was a photographer and he would sell the programs. Like, oh yeah, my mother gave me all this money and I'm going to sign all the best wrestlers and I'm going to be the best manager in wrestling. So his whole thing was like, I'm not really doing anything for this. My mom gave me a bunch of money.
So
She's going to buy me some wrestling.
Yeah.
Jim Cornette.
My mom.
So
was there.
he played the spoiled brat, basically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jim Cornette's mother gave him a small loan of $1 million to buy all of his favorite wrestlers.
This is like every success story in real business now.
Yeah.
It's all these things. Oh, how I saved $100,000 by the time I was 30. Well, it started when my parents gave me a loan of $150,000. And then I didn't buy coffee. I made it every morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder which one was more important.
But he'd always say Mama Cornette. And then
Yes.
See,
in the promos.
Dana knows. She goes, y'all just have to believe. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the
That's-
bow leave thing.
That's why I got released.
Hey,
He's doing okay.
Curtis Axel holds the record for being in the Royal Rumble the longest.
He's still in it, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Remember, he never got eliminated, but then they had that thing where he came out and then he did get.
Oh, yeah. So he's in the Royal Rumble
it
for
was
about
like
a year.
2 or 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 years later or something. Yeah. Because someone beat him up on the way to the
He's the
ring,
GOAT.
and he never got in.
Eric Rowan, I think, or somebody beat him up on the way to the ring.
Yeah.
A famous mother that was in wrestling very briefly, and maybe I'm the only one that knows this, but they used to have in Glow, you would have like the managers of the different houses, and I forget who the manager of the heel house was, but the manager of the babyface women was Jacqueline Stallone,
Oh, wow.
the mother
How
of
about that?
Sylvester Stallone and Frank Stallone.
that famous porn star guy.
And yeah,
Oh, geez. I think I was like, what?
Sylvester Stallone did
Yeah.
porn.
But it's like a software. It's like the porn Candice Michelle did.
Yeah.
Where you don't actually see anything.
Oh, we have one in the chat, but I'm not going to click on it because we're going to be coming to it.
Okay.
oh, who's that?
Lady named Judy.
Oh, yes. We've talked about a lot of women here, but how many of these women we've talked about have won gold?
Yeah.
How many have gotten the big gold?
How many mothers have won the championship?
How many mothers are former WCW World Tag Team Champions, like the late great Judy Bagwell?
So this is what I will always say. And I don't listen, this is not to hurt feelings, but everyone's like, WCW was better than WWF or WWE.
Just keep in mind, you just said how great the B team was.
They're fantastic. They're
So I just want
fantastic.
to put that out for anyone listening right now.
But David Arquette and Judy Bagwell are your former champions.
yes.
It wasn't good.
B team, B team, go, go,
They
go.
weren't a team. First of all, what happened was Rick Steiner and Kenny Chaos were the tag team champions, and Kenny Chaos was injured, and Rick Steiner was like, I don't need a partner. So, okay, a 12-year-old was a WWE tag team champion.
Yeah.
Kid earned it.
No.
Who would win in a shoot? Who would win in a shoot?
Yeah.
Nicholas, at the time he won the title, he was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Judy Bagwell. Judy
Nicholas.
Bagwell would whip Nicholas.
I don't know. I think maybe I thought Nicholas at first was young, but Judy Bagwell at the time was probably 40, late 40s.
And if you
She's
say
got that old Southern woman strength.
Yeah.
and if you say David
Bang
Arquette
with a
beats
spoon.
Nicholas, I will just say Nicholas will talk to Nick Gage and then cut his
Yeah.
freaking head off with a pizza cutter.
I think you're seriously underestimating Judy Bagwell.
All right.
Although now I wish WWE would have done a Nicholas on a pole.
Yeah, Nicholas on the phone.
Nicholas.
Whoever gets Nicholas down first they use him.
Oh God, that
All
just
right, all right,
sounded
all right,
terrible.
all right,
Let's
all
wrap
right.
this one up, boys.
So there was a
Pronouns, pal. How we use as a weapon?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Yes.
That's not a pronoun,
Yes,
but yeah.
please.
Modifiers, pal. But yeah, so Judy Bagwell was Rick Steiner's tag team partner
Jesus Christ.
and
man.
won, and she was a tag team champion.
Here it
with
is.
Rick Steiner. And then shortly after that, there was a match between Buff Bagwell and Positively Canyon. Talk about a gimmick you would have loved.
Yeah.
So there was a book called Positively Page. It was DDP's first book, and then Chris Canyon was DDP's friend, but
Who's better than Canyon?
nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
So what happened was basically because it's Vince Russo, everybody has to turn on their friends, and
my
And,
God.
and dump beer all over the
and the
mixing board.
show is now going to be over. Until the sparks fly, I'm going to mention that. This reminds me of how this happened, because if you remember, Chris Canyon got thrown off a cage and he was in the hospital, and somebody came in, like one of the heels came in and dumped like a bedpan on Chris Canyon.
Oh God, I kind of remember.
And then he got angry because he said nobody was there to be by my side, not DDP. So he turned heel on him and he became Positively Canyon.
And the Canyon Cutter. Remember
Yeah,
he just running
it was
interrupt
so
matches?
good.
That was good.
It was great.
Just run into a match he had nothing to do with. Give diamond cutters and leave.
He would wear a really bad blonde wig, and his whole gimmick was he would just give people the
Was it a
Canyon
curly
cutter.
blonde wig, or just the blonde wig?
It was kind of more or less
like a poofy.
wavy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was silly.
Yeah, it didn't even look like DDP's hair.
No.
And yeah,
That's what I was getting at.
it would be like he gave a Canyon cutter to Lee Marshall during the 1-800
Yeah.
Collect Road Report. He you know how they do the wide shot of the arena, like we're here live at the.
Yeah.
It was a wide shot, and in the far distance, there was somebody just standing on the concourse, and he gets the Canyon cutter. It was the greatest gimmick. The two greatest gimmicks at the end of WCW were that and Screaming Norman Smiley.
Oh yeah.
They were the best gimmicks.
I did like President Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Because he was president of WCW. I'm the president. I'm president of WCW. I'm president of the United States. It's like, what? What?
Oh yeah, there's a time Ric Flair went to an insane asylum and like Scott Hall was just randomly there for no reason.
Yeah, he was dancing with people.
I missed this one. What years were they?
2000.
Like, I think the Ric
99.
Flair thing was a little before that. There's
Yeah.
a time the Filthy Animals just buried Ric Flair in the desert. It's like, well, Ric Flair's dead now. Okay, like I guess he's died. I guess he died.
If anyone can support us on Patreon, I might need a new mixing board.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, it
Donations.
smells like pine sol.
See, I was thinking it smelled pretty good. I didn't get pine sol out of it.
I get like a piney smell. Anyway, he spilled a beer for those only listening.
But yeah, but the reason I bring up Canyon is because he did have a Judy Bagwell on a pole match with Buff Bagwell, Judy's Judy's son.
Wasn't she on the forklift? Though?
She was not literally on a
I
pole.
was gonna say.
With
How
all
do we
due
get a
respect
lady
to
on
the
a
late
pole match?
with all due respect to the late Judy Bagwell, I'm sure
And-
she
and
was a
Lake
wonderful
Canyon.
woman. But I don't think anybody was going to buy a pay-per-view to see Judy Bagwell on a pole
No.
in any context.
I would have. I don't know what she looks like. Sign me up.
If I had to pick a celebrity that Judy Bagwell looked most like, I would say Peggy Hill from King of the Hill.
Oh
Yeah,
God,
or maybe Roseanne.
Roseanne and Peggy Hill. Yeah.
now you're doing it for me.
Okay.
A real mom.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can't do
I'll
it.
tell you what,
Hey, boys, been
Bobby.
whacking my trailer.
you keep whacking.
Yeah.
You keep whacking your meat in my trailer.
So, and then there was an infamous story when Bagwell was signed by WWE during the invasion, WWF at the time, and he didn't fit in very well.
No.
And he
Real quick, dude, I had all of the most expensive things in my life in the path of that beer. I had my mixing board, my $1,600 camera that I can't charge batteries, so that's the only way I could do it. Like
You-
that could
you
have
need
been
to get-
catastrophic.
You need to get a sippy cup.
or as Dusty Rhodes said in the one, there's this
Who
thing.
makes the glassware? Skeeter or
Skeeters, I need a
Skeets?
Peter,
Or,
you can give me a lid.
yeah, Skeets. Can we get a sippy cup, like the adult sippy cup like this? That would be best for
There-
Tony.
Sippy cup.
There's one of the ads for the old WWF
Give us the
merchandise
adult
catalog.
version.
For the old WWF merchandise catalog. And Dusty Rhodes doing this. So this is like the early 90s when Dusty was in the WWF for like a year and a half. And he was like, and you can get the Ultimate Warrior Sicka.
Sicka.
The Sicka. Not a sippy cup, it's a Sicka.
He does need a sippy cup.
A what?
He does need
Yeah,
a sippy
a
cup.
He needs a Sicka.
Put that right there and fall down, get all over the place.
They want to spill the beer all over the place, baby.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're spilling your beer, you don't need another
This is turning
beer.
into Mother's Day impression episode.
Mother's Day with the
Impressions.
American Dream, baby.
Dude, who had a muffler at Outbreak?
Oh, Dirtbag Dan had a muffler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he used it as a weapon. If you watch when it hits YouTube, there will be a bit of commentary about a muffler at Outbreak Wrestling.
Something to look forward to, everybody.
Big gentleman muffler fell out, baby. So anyway, yeah.
Oh boy, sorry
but-
everybody.
Buff Bagwell said he was injured by people who may have laid it in a little too thick on a SmackDown taping his second night with the company. So he had his mother call Jim Ross. He had Judy Bagwell call Jim Ross, who at the time was the head of talent relations for WWE, what basically what John Laurinaitis does now. And she had Judy Bagwell call Jim Ross to say that the Buff was injured.
You couldn't make it to work.
And wasn't going to be able to make the house shows this weekend. And Jim Ross said, "This is the last conversation you and I will ever have about your boy because he's a man. He should be calling me, not you." Because Buff Bagwell was probably in his mid-30s at
Yeah.
this point.
And apparently she did that at WCW too.
Yeah.
Anthony, I have a big cup with a lid and a twisty straw. Miss you guys, Little Sarge. There you go. I have a
There
new
you go.
podcast cup.
Yes.
There you
Little
go.
twisty straw on a dude. I want the one with the glasses.
Oh, okay.
And
Like the 2000.
See, what he's not mentioning is Little Sarge is now old enough that he doesn't need a sippy cup anymore.
Yeah,
so he
saw
can
it.
pass it on
Donate.
to
Do,
you.
do
He's
you know
gonna
my
donate
Do you know
it to
what my nickname
Tony.
was my entire life? Tony the Spiller, because I talk on my ass. And I would I'd spill drinks all the time.
Mm.
Yeah, my nickname was
We've learned
Tony the
that.
Spiller. Yeah.
We
I
need
think
a real
you
heavy cup.
Yeah.
That way it would just.
You know what you should have had? You should have had an alternate way of Sicka.
The cup.
Sicka.
All right. Are we done with Judy?
The legendary Judy Bagwell, yeah.
So
Rest in
she
pa-
called off work for
Yeah.
Buff, basically.
She called out sick for her
You know,
boy.
there are many men that do that their moms still call in for them or call for appointments.
Wow, I didn't
And-
know that.
Oh my God, yeah.
My wife calls for appointments, but she never called off work.
I can see appointments a little bit different because maybe you're, busy at the time. But when you call for work, I mean, you're not busy unless you're in the hospital dying.
Well, when
you
I
know.
used to work at an office, we got a lot of moms calling for
Wow.
guys that were late 20s in their 30s. And I'm like, dude, can you not pick up the phone? Because then it's like, oh, let me call back because I don't know what his schedule like.
N-
Just where he should call himself.
Mhm.
Anyway,
One of the legendary mothers of pro wrestling, the great Mae Young.
Yeah.
Mae Young gave birth to her child on Raw.
Mhm.
yeah. What a brave moment for mothers all around the world.
When Mae Young, with Pat Patterson doing the delivery,
Yeah.
gave birth to a hand.
She in an interracial marriage, in an interracial relationship.
Yeah, and then the hand did show up on Raw many years later.
Yeah, all grown up. Mark Henry was talking with somebody. He's like, "Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
I'm all grown up now."
I was like, okay, that's pretty good.
That's great. he looked like this Chef Boyardee glove without the glove, the Chef Boyardee hand without the glove on it.
Eric Pinhead in the chat. Oh my God. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I love that, dude. I get calls from moms and dads every day at work for the 30-year-old kids calling out.
See?
That's horrible.
See?
That's horrible. It's call work and say, wait.
I have yet to experience this. I have had spouses. I have new job duties at my job, and part of it is some days I do have to check the call off line. And I have yet to have a mom call. I've had
You
husbands.
will.
I've had husbands call out,
I
not a
want-
mom.
I
Ooh,
want-
you had a husband call for a wife.
Yes.
I want to call off to a place I don't work and call off work. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make it in because I don't work there.
I can't come in. What's your name? Well,
Well, I just started a couple
I don't
days
really
ago,
work
but it's
it.
really nice out. I just don't feel like coming.
This is Judy Bagwell. My boy's not coming in.
This is Judy Bagwell, my son.
Why
Works at Walmart in the
why-
electronics department.
Why does Judy Bagwell sound like Jimmy Hart?
yeah.
Listen, baby, I'm Judy Bagwell. Come on.
I don't even watch WCW.
Hey,
Come
this
on.
is Judy Bagwell. Calling.
Dear God, what's the next mother we're going to talk about besides Mae Young and the hand?
I think Judy Bagwell is gonna have to call me off
Was
one
Mae
time.
Young an actual mom in real life? Do we know?
I'm not sure.
I'm-
No.
I don't think, but I don't know.
Well, you did have Mama Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
Mama Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin, when he was in his first run with the WWE, he had the run as part of Team Angle, or the world's greatest tag team, with Charlie Haas. Then they broke them up, and you had Shelton Benjamin go to Raw. Remember his first one on Raw? He beat Triple H clean, and it was like, whoa, they got something here, and then it just went.
Yeah, they did give him the Intercontinental title for a little bit.
Yeah, I think he won it on Taboo Tuesday, because it was like when it was Chris Jericho's defending the Intercontinental title, and they had like 20 people you could vote for. And I think they were like, we're going to do a shoot vote, and whoever they vote for is going to be popular enough that we should just give him the title. And it was Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
So eventually they're like, well, he's athletic. He does a lot of good moves. He's a good wrestler, but he doesn't have that extra spark. So we need to get his mom. We need Shelton's mama.
Yeah.
Mama Benjamin.
Give him some charisma.
Nope.
And
Because nothing screams charisma like your mom managing you.
Yeah.
and it was a very stereotypical sassy black woman out of like 90s sitcom central casting. As a matter of fact, the actress who played Shelton Benjamin's mom was Thea Vidal, who was in a bunch of sitcoms and even had her own show on ABC. She had her own sitcom.
Really?
I think it
What
got
was it?
canceled. It's called Thea.
Oh.
And it got canceled very quickly. But yeah, she had her own sitcom. It was back when like any stand-up comedian would get a sitcom.
Yeah.
Because like, oh well, Seinfeld did really good, so let's
Yeah, the
and
mid to
Roseanne
late-
did really good.
Late-
so-
Yeah, early to mid, the whole 90s, that people would have sitcoms and they'd be like, not even a whole season, a couple
Yeah.
episodes, and they'd can them.
But
Look up Fox sitcoms,
yeah,
and just you'll see a list of ones that never even made it past half a season.
but yeah, she would distract the opponents, and I think one time she even had a rolling pin. That's all stereotypical.
Yeah, and she'd wear moves
big-
like
the
Dom
big-
DeLuise.
Eric says, I just joined and have no idea why you're talking about Judy. So we're doing a Mother's Day episode. We're
Yes.
talking about the famous mothers of pro wrestling.
Like Mae Young and Shelton Benjamin's mama,
Yeah.
and Brodus Clay's mama. Somebody call her.
Somebody.
And before that, Ernest Miller's mama.
Yeah, someone will call his mom. Someone better call his mom because he's about to hurt someone.
I love the fact that my Wi-Fi just took a shit.
Oh boy,
That's pretty
Uh-oh.
exciting.
that's all right. It's still going.
The magic of live podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I do tape podcasts.
Yeah, live tape,
Yes, live tape podcast.
unless you stop the tape.
Unless you stop the tape, but it's still live to tape. So we've had some fun, but there have been some moms in wrestling or grandmothers in wrestling that have really, really made a big influence. You had Helen Hild was Ted DiBiase's mom. May have been his adopted mother, I'm not sure, but she was a wrestler, as was Ted's father,
Mhm.
Iron Mike DiBiase. Very involved in the promotion of wrestling. Teeny Jarrett, Christine Jarrett. And Christine Jarrett was Jeff's grandmother. Jerry Jarrett, who was also a wrestler,
Mhm.
Jeff's father, was his mother. She was the ticket seller. She would be the one at the front booth selling tickets. And she married a guy, Eddie Marlin, who was also a wrestler. And no, I might be getting that wrong now. I'm not too up on the Eddie Marlin might have married Jerry Jarrett's daughter, but Eddie Marlin was involved with somebody.
Yeah.
So I don't think Eddie Marlin is Jerry Jarrett's or Jeff Jarrett's grandfather or Jerry Jarrett's father.
No, I forget though. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah.
Christine Jarrett did do a lot of the promoting.
Yeah, not just taking tickets. That was
Yeah.
making Peggy Lee was what they mainly take tickets. But yeah. She was right there in the promoting,
And the booking of buildings and stuff, and it's like, wow.
and
That's
and that's why her son Jerry eventually takes over from the Goulas.
You know, and then
You
Jeff.
know.
Yeah, you know.
Do you think that Christine Jarrett came up with the
Chicken salad recipe. Well, you take
Well,
chicken and you take some walnut. Well, you know. He was gonna run the review when Vince went to jail.
He may have.
I think he probably. I think that they say, oh no, he wasn't. He might have.
Who was going to run it? Bruce?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
they wouldn't have
wasn't with it.
existed.
Shane was too young.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna be
Patterson, maybe.
Yeah.
Patterson still had that stank on him.
Maybe was Gorilla still alive? Yeah, he was still alive.
Gorilla was
yeah.
alive, but he was kind of
Yeah, he was
not-
out of
he-
it,
he
and he
didn't
probably
wanna-
wouldn't give it to Sarge or
yeah. So yeah, but but yeah, Christine Jarrett would promote, help get the tickets sold, set everything up. She was every bit a part of that operation.
Yeah. And that's a lot of hard work too. People don't know.
Yeah.
You got to sell, especially back then. You didn't have the internet.
Yeah, and it was all, if you didn't draw a house, you were dead.
Yeah, you had the
It wasn't
flyer.
TV.
You had to buy a radio ad. You had to put an ad in the paper, and of course,
That
ahead of
all
time.
that all fell to her then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you really were a promoter back then. It's not like now I'm gonna make a flyer and post it on Facebook. Well, any idiot can do that. You know.
I'm sorry, we're a little distracted by the technical difficulties here.
Okay.
So yeah, and then if you even want to go one step farther, like the promoter that is really in charge of everything, like the promoter, after Peter Maivia died in the early 1980s, The Rock's grandmother, so her daughter Ada wasn't a wrestler. She married a wrestler. She married Rocky Johnson, and her son is The Rock.
Mhm.
So Leah Maivia's grandson is one of the most famous wrestlers to ever live. And she, after her husband died, took over their family office, which was Polynesian Pro Wrestling. How about that? PPW.
Yeah, PPW.
Which was an NWA territory, and they ran Honolulu. And one of their big advantages was in the early 80s, the best money you could make, or the mid 80s, early mid 80s, the best money you could make anywhere in wrestling was in Japan.
Yeah.
And they just sold big houses. They had big payoffs. Maybe Vince, if you're at the top, like I'm sure Hogan made more money than, but you could make really good money going over and doing a tour of Japan. You would go over for a few weeks and you would get paid enough to not work for another, like a month or two after that. So
If you are watching, and we do know that the internet, stream looks fuzzy. There's really nothing I could do about it right now. I have no idea why our internet is slow. I don't know. Maybe there was an accident somewhere and fucking the
It
lines
might be,
down.
but I think Service Electric has been having like brownouts, like where the internet service goes down.
So we
I-
apologize if you are watching live and it's unbearable. We completely understand if you bail on it, but if it's still good, let us know.
Is good old Service Electric. They're upcharging us. They're raising the rates, but not raising the quality.
Yeah, so we apologize. I'm trying my best to fix it. So like I said, I am sorry for the technical difficulties. There's really nothing more I can do unless I stop and reset the whole
No,
router.
there it came
and
back a little
I
bit.
don't want to. I don't want to do that and stop the stream. So
I think we know what's really going on here. It's the ghost of Judy Bagwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's Retribution. They're back.
Oh no.
Retribution's back.
Oh no.
Or it might be the beer I spilled all over. I don't know.
Oh.
Shout out to you guys just tuning in. Stream looks good.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
All right, so Ben help. Right now, it's telling us our internet is not working very well. So if it's looking good for you, Ben, I'll take your word for it. I hope you can still hear us. Yeah, we apologize. It's not something that
They're doing brownouts.
Ben's last name is actually Internet.
yeah.
Ben Internet.
They're doing
It's Ben-
brownouts
Ben
of
Internet.
the Wi-Fi so they can control the information.
5G.
But let's get to our next mother here.
I don't have a mother.
Yeah.
I was born in a lab, and then I became a Navy SEAL.
Navy SEAL.
I'm actually a lizard person, but I don't want to tell anybody. All right.
So we're talking about Leah Maivia, who becomes the promoter of Polynesian Pro Wrestling, and like all of the territories, it didn't last. I mean, they lasted longer than most, just because WWF had one of the things that WWF had going when they were doing their kind of barnstorming the country and kind of killing every territory was they would really be able to get the logistics down if we could run this area and then drive here the next night and here the next night and here. They don't really run Hawaii a lot, even now.
Yeah. Hardly
Because
ever.
it's a hell of a flight. And one of the big things that Polynesian Pro Wrestling had going for it, two of the big things it had going for it were that, for one, it was a beautiful area. Like,
Yeah. Who
didn't-
wouldn't want to go
yeah.
there?
Yes.
look, you can come to Hawaii. You're not going to make a lot of money, but you're going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even, I mean, because even like Florida got away with that. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, the territory's
With Eddie
payoffs
Grant.
the territory payoffs were shit. But you can sit on the beach all day.
Yeah.
You can sit on the beach all day. You might only make $25 wrestling that night, but you can sit on the beach all day.
Yeah.
And then you would live like 7 in an apartment in Skid Row
Yeah.
and eat hot dogs, but you can sit on the beach all day.
Yeah. And the shows weren't very far to drive.
And so Hawaii, it's a small island, so the drive's probably not that bad, and the payoffs probably aren't that good, but you can sit on the beach all day.
And you're in Hawaii.
And you're in Hawaii,
One
yeah.
of the most beautiful places on the earth.
Yes. And what a lot of people would do is they would just make a quick stop off if they were doing a tour of Japan. Because again, Japan really was a good payoff territory. and you could stop in Hawaii, have a little mini vacation that you're actually getting paid for, and then go to Japan and make your money.
Now,
Yeah.
I know you said you don't like planes, so would you take that if somebody gave
I
you
don't
a
know.
ticket to Hawaii?
Have you ever been on a plane?
I've never been to a plane in my life.
If somebody,
Come wrestle in Hawaii. He's gonna say no.
what if somebody?
Are you afraid to fly?
How much is the pay for the? No, if it's not,
Is it a fear of flying thing, or is it like I wouldn't want to go through
So
that
if,
expense?
just for example, someone said the podcast blows up
yeah,
and we're gonna do a Truth Behind Illusion episode, we have to go to Ireland. Or
Mhm.
you get on the plane.
yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's a long flight.
I was gonna say, would
But
you
I-
wrestle in Japan? But I thought
yeah,
I knew the
yes,
answer.
yeah.
So,
So yes to Japan, no to Hawaii, people.
so you're not
He's-
going out of your way to pay for a flight.
No,
But if someone's paying for it, you're not gonna not get on the plane.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to
Nope.
know.
The last time I was on a plane was kind of scary because I was flying from Memphis to Newark, Memphis, Tennessee, Memphis Airport. Smells like barbecue. It's a beautiful airport. But I was flying on one of those sub carriers. It's called like Continental Express, where like these little tiny planes with 3 rows. It's like smaller than most buses.
Oh wow,
It's like
Well, I was on a plane like that. That's terrifying. Like those
And-
little prop planes.
yeah,
yeah,
Where you stand in the middle and you can touch both sides.
Yes.
Oh wow,
It's like a Greyhound with wings.
yeah.
pretty much. And I'm sitting in the lobby waiting to board, and they're talking about how there have been 8 near collisions at Newark Airport on landings.
Good God.
Um,
Well, a landing ain't too bad because you're already at least you're
oh no,
almost on the
a
ground.
collision at a landing is bad.
Yeah,
There's
it's just
still-
like a car.
Still bad. Yeah.
At least you
still
won't
doing
fall.
like-
You didn't
You're
have,
still
you
doing.
don't-
You're still doing about 500 miles an
and you
hour.
have no reason to talk. You've never been on a plane.
Yeah, but I
before.
mean, at least you're not in there.
and there's a lot of jet fuel.
Yeah.
It can't melt steel beams, McMahon,
Yeah.
but jet fuel can melt a person.
Yeah.
I've done it. So
Anyways.
I'm watching this as I'm about to board a plane that's going to land in Newark Airport,
Mhm.
and then there's quite a bit of turbulence on the flight.
I hit an air pocket in one of those tiny planes, and this one guy in the back just he was embarrassed because he wasn't expecting that noise to come out of him, like like
Oh
just
God.
like
No,
fuck it, like. And I was just like,
chimpanzee.
yeah.
What I do when I'm on a plane is I watch the flight
Wayne
attendant.
says, lots of love for you guys. Finally got a chance to tune in. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're on YouTube, please.
Wayne Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler's brother.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler's brother. He's hanging out with us. Thank you for the love on YouTube. Like I said, if you are watching and you are on Facebook, let me creep real quick. Most of you who are watching are on Facebook. If you can just head over to YouTube and give us a help on a subscribe. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you have to watch there all the time, but like I said, we said earlier in the podcast, we
We're
don't know the
saying that either.
yeah, we're not saying we don't know the future of what YouTube is, what Facebook is going to provide, and everything like that. So definitely go over and show some love to that YouTube side of things. And Ryan Vox,
Facebook's
thank you
gonna
for hanging
try
out with
to-
us once again on the chat. Saying I'm with Header on that. Not a big fan of flying.
Yeah.
Yeah, on this flight, I'm just like, because there's a lot of turbulence, and I'm just like, well, I may die here, and I'm just gonna make peace
So
with
you
it.
were
right
saying
now.
you watch the flight attendant and see how worried they
Yeah, that's what
That's
I
the
did. I
best way
watched
to do
the
it,
flight
yeah.
attendant, and the flight attendant was like, yeah.
We had to circle over.
Especially if they're good looking, then you're really.
We had to circle over Philly
he
for like.
wasn't bad looking.
What did you say? He?
Yeah, it was a guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, see?
We had to circle over Philly for like 15-20 minutes because we had to wait for a spot to land, and we just kept doing like circles. And this one guy, he was sitting next to us, and he just started dry heaving in a bag. And Heidi's like, "Can you get me the bag?" I go, "Fuck you, fuck you, Heidi. If you puke next to me in a plane,"
Well, that's probably not because of the planes, because the other guys turn up. You know,
Yeah.
people
I
throw
told her,
up.
It's a
I said, if
reaction.
I'm sitting next to you and you throw up, I'm gonna fucking destroy this plane.
If
'Cause
somebody
once I start, there's no stopping,
Mm.
and I don't puke a little.
He's
I'm
gonna-
like Linda
he's gonna-
Blair.
He's gonna have the air marshal handcuffed.
I always
the
think of,
plane is gonna force it to land.
I always think of Beyond the Mat.
I kept looking like, don't you dare.
He's got a puke.
Yeah.
He's got a puke.
I am the worst puker. Yeah. Watching you guys on Facebook and YouTube. Lee is killing the game.
Everett.
Wow.
Everett.
In the game.
Lee. I just say Lee.
Mr. Lee.
Mr. Lee Everett.
Brody Lee.
Mr. Everett.
Lee.
Mr. Everett Lee. Lee Everett.
Everett.
I'm on Facebook.
At this point, it's just a game.
He's a conjoined twin.
I love that guy. Yeah.
One of them is invisible.
Actually, real quick, too, a quick plug. Go check out his podcast, The Everett Lee
Yeah,
Show.
you were
Oh,
just
now
on.
you got it right. Not
I was
Lee
just,
Everett.
yeah, I'm just fucking with him. That I was just on his show. He's a really good time. We had a really good conversation. So go support him, and he's coming up on his 250th podcast.
Wow.
So congratulations to him. He's been doing a very, very long time. Go show him love for the
Tony's
the Everett-
also coming up on his 250th podcast, but it's 250 different podcasts.
I'm over 500, boy.
No, I mean like
Yeah.
actual different concepts for a podcast.
If you put all the podcast numbers together, I'm around.
no,
He's talking
I'm
shows.
saying you've had 250 different shows.
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah, shows. Yeah. Next week we're gonna start our sewing podcast. It's gonna be about cross stitch.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, the NWA Polynesian Pro Wrestling. They even did some stadium shows. They didn't draw great.
I think Alpha is the Polynesian Pro Wrestling champion right now.
I don't think there is a PP right now.
I know he has the Polynesian title. But
He has the
it
Polynesian title.
might just be a title at Alpha.
and he just went to. He was in Hawaii not too long
That's
ago.
cool.
Oh, maybe there's a new one.
Maybe
Who
there
knows?
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Hey, there's wrestling everywhere.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
And why wouldn't why wouldn't you? Like you said, that's just like here's
Unless it
ticket to
wasn't
Hawaii. Here's the
financially
hotel.
beneficial.
You want to, but you want to talk about some loaded cards and some maybe overbooked cards. So their big show in the 85 and 86 was called A Hot Summer Night.
Ooh.
August 3rd, 1985 at Honolulu,
birthday.
Hawaii's Aloha Stadium.
1985
Isn't there a
Aloha
bowl
was
game
there.
that's played there?
The Aloha Bowl.
Yeah.
Is that your exact birthday? 85.
No, 86,
Okay.
1 year later, but August 3rd.
So your opening match was the Cobra, George Takano, who would do a lot of matches. with,
talk about cobras.
paintbrush the hell out of them.
That poor cobra.
Well, there was a Cobra in WCW too.
Not that Cobra.
Yeah.
That Cobra, you know that Cobra was, right?
Just a heads up, no relation to Ziggler.
Ah.
You're a liar. I'm joking.
I if I'm not mistaken.
wasn't that fake Sting?
Yes, it was
Yeah.
NWO Sting. Yeah.
Jeff Farmer.
And he was also, I believe, Thunder of Thunder and Lightning. He was either Thunder or Lightning.
It's warm in here. I'm sorry. I hope the
is.
heat's not turned on.
I'm all right.
But
Like a
this
fucking
Cobra
church.
was George Takano, who did a lot of things with like Tiger Mask and that. And
Tony's sweating like a whore in church, everybody. He's got to make sure the heat's not on.
I don't know.
he's turning it up so that spilt beer vaporizes.
Yeah.
in the air. The second match, Seiji Sakaguchi, a legendary Japanese wrestler, defeated Matt Bourne,
Wow.
who would go on to be Doink and
Mhm.
Big Josh
Oh,
and a few other
geez.
things. Kengo Kimura and Tatsumi Fujinami.
Wow.
What a team.
Yeah.
Because they would get people from Japan too.
Yeah.
It's not that long of a
Because
flight.
Japan to Hawaii is not that long a flight. Now
against-
Hawaii to the States, long.
yeah, against Gary Fulton and Gary Lewis, the Garys.
Oh, yeah. That should be Team Gary.
Team Gary.
Jimmy Snuka defeated Iron Mike Sharp.
That's a WWE house show match.
Yes. For the NWA National Heavyweight title, you had Manny Fernandez
Okay.
defeating Black Bart by DQ.
Mm. So
Mike,
that's the Wild Brawl.
for the AWA Light Heavyweight Championship, don't get too excited by this. Mighty Milo defeated Steve Regal. Not that Steve
Yeah.
Regal.
But that Miley Milo.
Yes. Mighty Milo. This is Mr. Electricity Steve Regal, who was in the NWA or the
Wasn't-
AWA.
Much of an electricity.
Debbie Combs, famous women's wrestler Debbie Combs.
Sean Combs' mom, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't think you've seen Debbie
Oh,
Combs.
not the same person?
No,
Oh, sorry.
P. Diddy's mom, not
Combs
Puff
is
Daddy,
a working
no.
name.
I have to say, I don't think
Working name because she was trained by Cora Combs. Her real name was Zastecki.
Oh,
which I don't
I was
think
gonna
is-
say. I think they were different colors.
I don't think Puffy's real name is Sean Zastecki.
Prove me wrong.
I can't.
Google it. It might not be his real name.
So you have also and she defeated the Fallen Angel by
Christopher
disqualification.
Daniels.
No, I didn't know she ever wrestled. The Fallen Angel is Nancy Sullivan. Nancy
Really?
Oh,
Wow.
wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't know she wrestled either. Maybe it's been limited. How about that?
The Samoan Connection, Farmer Boy, Ipo, and Leroy Brown defeated the Deaton brothers, Joel and Vern Deaton. Little Kevin defeated Poncho Boy
Ooh.
in a minis match. We'll say politically correct.
Okay.
A
The
minis
the
match.
Deatons sound like they might be wrestling in
No,
Pennsylvania.
Now there is a wrestling federation right now that they call them like.
I know you bring this up every
Yeah.
time.
Oh, actually, what's name is back on that series now? Savage. Jay
Savage.
Jay Savage is back on the micro wrestling
I
federation.
remember Bischoff and Hogan had one. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I just seen on TikTok. I follow him on TikTok, and he's back on the circuit, so he's around touring again. So that's pretty good. Good for him.
Richie Magnet defeated Gypsy Joe.
Ooh, Gypsy Joe.
That's a nice name.
He wrestled until like he was well into his like 70s,
Yeah.
even 80s. He wrestled New Jack once, and his whole gimmick was he wouldn't sell. Like there was this whole gimmick
Yeah.
that nobody would ever sell for people, and New Jack shot on like a 70-some-year-old
So
man.
this is all a card she put together, promote it. And,
Yeah. This was like their big show of the year.
Like the WrestleMania.
Mhm.
And then you had Death the Rove and
Baby.
Magnum TA
Ooh.
defeating the Russians. Nikita Koloff and Crusher Khrushchev,
Ooh.
who you will be at Legends of Hamburg,
Yeah, get your Crusher Khrushchev action figure
Yeah.
signed.
but then he'll repossess it.
Yeah.
Yes. And then in a 6-man tag, you had Andre the Giant, Angelo King Kong Mosca, and Steve Collins defeating King Kong Bundy, Kevin Sullivan.
There was
and,
2 King Kongs in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Angelo Mosca sometimes went by King Kong, not always. And Maniac Mark Lewin was in that match too. Lars Anderson
Jesus.
won 16 matches. Lars
Wow.
Anderson won the
Was it
NWA
indoor or outdoor?
outdoors in a stadium.
Fuck that.
He
16 matches outdoors.
Back then, though, matches would go low. Like WrestleMania 3,
Yeah.
matches go quick.
WrestleMania 4 had like 13 or 14
Yeah.
matches. Well, they had a tournament too. Lars Anderson won the NWA Polynesian Pacific Heavyweight title from Bad News Allen, who would soon be Bad News Brown.
And everyone left their sunburn.
The Soul Patrol, not the original Soul Patrol, because they hated each other, but this is Rocky Johnson and I don't even know who this is. Ricky Johnson.
Ricky Johnson.
Probably not his real brother, I'm going to
Yeah,
guess.
a local
Yeah.
talent.
Again, they defeated the Dirty White Boys, Len Denton,
Ooh.
and
what's his name? Teal Hopper.
yeah, Tony Anthony.
Tony Anthony.
2 more matches here. Antonio Inoki versus Bruiser Brody.
Wow, this is
Wow.
loaded.
That's
Went
a
to
cool
a double
match.
count out. And then the main event for the NWA World title, Ric Flair battled to a double DQ with CV Afi or Siva Afi.
Oh, it must be
Who,
the-
he was the guy who, like, when Jimmy Snuka left in the mid 80s, are like, this guy kind of looks like Jimmy Snuka. We're just gonna.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kind of him.
Oh,
Oh, he's not.
Ryan Vox says Jay Savage's first match was in the Bad Street tournament.
Oh, wow, how about that?
And then they ran it back the next year, but it didn't do so well. It was a stadium show that drew about 2,000 people.
Oh,
On your
The-
this when you were born.
This
and it
was August
that was a
9th.
huge
Oh,
letdown.
no, that's I was a couple days born before that day.
SummerSlam was probably wrong.
Yeah,
No,
because they
so-
probably done it on a Saturday, and that was the Saturday. I was born on a Sunday,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So this one, not to be outdone, they had 20 matches.
Jesus. We're not going
Jesus
through all 20
Christ,
matches.
what was the main?
Who was there was a match for the Hollywood Stunt Girls Championship. Debbie the Killer Tomato wrestled Spice Williams.
Hey, any girl out there, please bring that back. Be whatever your name,
Yeah,
the Killer Tomato.
Debbie Kane can go as Debbie the Killer
The
Tomato
Killer
Kane.
Tomato.
The killer.
You don't have to be
Please tell
Debbie.
me
You
she
can
had
be
red
any name.
hair.
Huh?
Please tell me she had red hair.
There is no Wikipedia entry for Debbie the Killer Tomato. The Hart brothers were on the show. Keith and Owen against the Sheik and
The good
Vladimir
ones.
Krupovs.
The good Hart brothers.
Owen Hart was very good. Keith was solid, I guess. But yeah, Uncle Elmer was on the show. A young KG Muto
I actually
was on
have
the
an
show.
Uncle Elmer.
Wow.
I legit have an Uncle Elmer.
Bruiser Brody against Grizzly Smith, but I don't know if it was that Grizzly Smith. But
Yeah.
he was a famous wrestling father, even though he's not a very good father. He was Jake the Snake's father.
He did a lot of fucked up things.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. The main event of that one was a steel cage match for the Polynesian title, which saw Superfly Tui, who I guess was their big star at this point, defeat Lars Anderson. I guess this was the build card. Some of these matches had to be rebooked.
If you watch Young Rock, it looks like the Iron Sheik, Andre the Giant wrestled like every single week for that promotion.
That is very, very untrue.
Yeah. And would you watch Young Rock? Everyone that wrestled from WWE from 83 to 95 was all there at the same time.
Yeah.
Mhm. And now they're doing stuff for the 90s. In
Yeah.
fact, the Brooklyn Brawler.
played by Cole Cabana.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
And Cole Cabana will be at PPW
Mhm.
next month too. So, and Brooklyn Brawler was.
I
there
feel like
about 2
I feel like the guy who played Stone Cold gave a raw deal. That like the Stunning Steve character looked nothing like Stone Cold.
No, I
Steve
didn't.
Austin.
You know who did return for this second hot summer night?
The Mantar.
No,
Oh.
Little Kevin was back
Ooh,
on the
little
show
Kevin.
against Chili Bo Dilly. What a name!
Chili Bo
We need to
Dilly.
bring those names back to wrestling. Let's make wrestling.
That was around the time Chili Willy was big, though, I think, right?
Probably.
So
So
where
yeah.
it comes from.
So this was the build card. I don't have the exact like who won what and what matches actually happened because a lot of it had to be rebooked. A lot of no shows,
Oh,
including Peter Maivia Jr.
oh,
No show. No.
No show.
He no sold the
what
show.
was he doing?
Oh,
That he could-
it was a Lance Von Erich situation where it wasn't
Oh,
really
yeah, okay.
oh.
their kid, so he just no showed the show.
He was picked up by the sleazy promoter in Hawaii who was stealing all of her people. He went to- He went to that show
canceled-
instead.
Also canceled was a barbed wire match, which I think you
Ooh.
can see on this thing. You did have a judo jacket match.
Steve Austin was played by Luke Hawks.
Oh, okay. Alter Boy Luke.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Wow.
I mean,
He was in Wrestling Society X. on
his
MTV.
voice was
And
fine, but he
NWA.
just didn't look like Steve Austin.
He's
No.
still in NWA, and his son is now too.
Yeah, PJ Hawks.
Yeah.
I was gonna look up who played Steve Austin there.
Oh.
I don't want to mess up the
Yeah,
internet.
who? No,
Ryan,
who?
Ryan, Ryan Vox.
No,
already did it.
who was Jim Neidhart? He's dead.
Yeah.
Met him, choked me out. All right, next
Who?
mother. Steve Hawks.
You met Steve Hawks? He choked you out?
Yeah.
We're kind of running out of mothers here.
Well, how about some wrestling women that are mothers now?
Yeah.
Well, we missed one of the greatest mothers of pro wrestling in today's times.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Trent's mom.
Trans Mom Sue.
Okay.
Trent's mom
yes,
Sue.
We also missed Doris Von Erich.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say very fun. Excellent.
Boy, that poor woman went through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
Having, yeah. Yeah.
And how many how many of them die on
kids.
the,
If you can pick out of everyone we talked about tonight,
Mhm.
who would you pick as your pro wrestling mom?
Judy Bagwell. She's going to have your back every time.
Andy,
gonna call in
Call
sick
you
for
off
you.
a-
Judy Bagwell, 100%.
who's your pick?
She's going
Andy?
to buy my calf implants. I do
Oh.
not need calf implants.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
Fat people have incredible calves. It's a great thing.
Kelly, who's your mom?
We'll pick
Judy
you what,
Bagwell.
Christine Jarrett. There we go.
All right.
Okay, so he's picking Christine Jarrett. Oh man, I'm gonna go with Trent's Mom Sue.
Trent's Mom Sue?
She was badass. Rode her minivan in there, flipped everybody off, and they all sat in the back like good boys and buckled their seatbelts.
But have any of your moms been the WCW Tag Team Champions?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think so.
They have
Wow.
not. My mother is going to be Mae Young. I just always wanted a hand for her brother.
Nah.
You just want a hand
Yeah.
for a brother.
You just want to be a hand so you don't spill everything.
Yeah. He's a good hand.
Eric said, did you get Linda? So is Linda more of a mom or the wife of Vince McMahon?
That's why I think she's
Both.
more the wife because they never like. I don't know. They never like. Oh, there's the mother. Like, yeah, she was Shane and Steph's mom, but like
You-
she was never promoted. Like, it's like
We did talk a little about Helen
was-
Hart.
Yeah.
Oh, Ryan Vox is right. Mama Cornette, she's got the money. Yeah. well,
Yeah, I would
look at
probably
that.
go Cornette. Just so I
See
can
you,
get the
Judy
money.
Bagwell.
Yeah, I need
Give me
money.
that Mama Cornette money.
If you had
and
Mama
she has
Cor-
the sayings too.
if you had Mama's Cornette's money, and then you have some extra left over to stop at like Rudders to get chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Who are you buying in the independent scene to make your team?
I don't know. I'd have to do some extensive research.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to make that buck go
Yeah.
far.
Well, we'll do PPW, a stable of 5 guys. You're gonna go against.
Just buy PPW.
Yeah, it's my PPW with Mama Cornette's money.
I'm gonna take Dark STG because you
Okay.
need. I want a dark spooky character because
Okay.
me love gimmicks.
Mhm.
I would probably
You hire both Dallas and Curtis Axel because I'm sure you could.
no. If I want a B team, I would just take anyone off Joe Davis's team.
Ooh, zinger.
Shot fired at Eric Pinhat in the
Shot
chat.
fired.
I only say that
on.
because his team never wins. Ryan Fox, Fox Vineyard's the only guy who wins a PPW under JD. So I always pick on it 'cause his
And he
team never wins.
Dirty at PPWs.
Only once. Actually, he has more wins than almost anyone on his team,
Oh,
and he has 1 win.
moving on.
Wow.
Moving on.
All right, so you're taking Dark STG.
Diamond City does great, just not in PPW.
You're taking Dark STG.
I'm taking Dark STG. I actually would take the current PPW champions,
Bro Keller.
No,
Oh, the tag
tag team
champion.
champions,
Oh, the championship material.
championship material.
I forgot.
Yeah,
They already have a manager though.
I'm buying them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm buying them off him. He might have a lot of money though. He's trying to make America great again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a
Probably.
tough team to buy.
It's a tough thing to do. Like, shit, you're right.
Who would I I feel like the what are they called? I'm having a brain fart. The guys who've been competing for the title that probably should be champions, but they keep getting screwed over.
Primal Fear.
Primal Fear. I probably
Okay.
snatch Primal Fear up.
So that's 5.
Well, they're one team, so that'd be that would be like
You
a
have 2
staple.
tag teams on your.
No, I would.
The fuck are you, Albano?
Yeah. I'm gonna bet such 2 tag teams, and they're never gonna wrestle each other as long as I'm managing them. So only
Yeah.
one will be tag champions, but they both will be tag. champions.
Pinhat with the exclamation points. I would take Diamond City, but I would take them if I
See,
was
this
You
is
can't
why-
have all tag
Yeah.
teams.
if I was booking in backbreakers, I would take.
Is this
No, I'm
Mid-Atlantic?
I'm taking Diamond City.
See,
War
this is
Machine
why you
for them
don't talk
booking back.
about people you know in wrestling.
I'm clearly joking. It's kayfabe.
All right, so you're taking every tag team.
Yes. No. I dropped champions one because
Oh, God.
I wouldn't get them off Team Ruda.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick 5 guys from California that are real good.
Okay, go
There we
ahead.
go. I don't know. I don't know anyone in California.
I know. Keita Murray's in
Oh,
California.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you're taking STG, you're taking Primal Fear.
Primal Fear.
That's 3 people.
And they're spooky. It fits my bill.
Okay.
Yeah. And then
The Spooky Bill.
the spooky bill.
The Spooky Bill with a thick cup.
And then
Then you hire oh geez, what was Brandy's
my
stable
God.
called?
The Nightmare Collector.
I need a high flyer. I have a tag team, a big guy, and I need a high flyer. Action Andretti and make them spooky.
That's who I was gonna pick.
Spooky.
And make them spooky.
Like a draft where everybody gets the first picks. What are you, the Jaguars now?
Yeah.
Blackcraft Wrestling.
Yeah. It would be Blackwell Wrestling.
Yeah.
There you go. Blackwell Craft.
And
Yeah.
instead of a golden tennis racket, he's gonna have a golden sippy cup, and he's gonna throw it at you
It's
when
a
he gets
golden-
I'm
mad.
gonna drink
It's a
beer the whole
golden-
time.
Yeah,
Sick
from a
cup.
civic cup.
And if I'm
Sick.
then if I can buy Outbreak teams.
No, we need what you have one spot left.
No, I'm going promotion. Oh, I have 1 more left.
Yeah.
He has 4 more left.
Oh my god.
One
No.
more left.
No, because we have Primal Fear, we have Dark STG, Action Andretti, who is now a
Well,
dark guy.
doesn't Primal
apparently.
Fear count as 2? There's 2 people in it.
Yeah.
There's 3
That's
actually.
4.
Oh, I'm taking Rembrandt.
Rembrandt. Okay.
Yeah, I'm taking
he's taken a dark turn lately.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the guy at the table.
Yeah. Come on now.
Jesus,
See,
dude.
that's why I said you can't talk about people you know.
He won't be spooky. He won't take the bill.
You can't take people you
Would
know.
you be spooky?
Sure.
You put face paint
Yeah.
to be spooky?
Yeah.
All right, Andretti's out. You're in.
It's too late. I just signed
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Brian took him.
I take him. I'm gonna take the Diamond City War Machines.
That's right.
You're
Let-
sucking up now.
I'm taking my friends.
That's right.
I'm taking Tom Mitchell. I'm taking Coach U.
Yeah.
That's my team.
Oh, that's a Tom Mitchell. We don't know how Tom Mitchell might be a superstar.
See, that's why, like, when you run the side tangent, when you run a wrestling company, all your friends want to get booked. Sometimes you can't book all your friends because sometimes all your friends aren't good. Sometimes they are. Sometimes they aren't. That's what I'm saying.
Luckily, my friend. Well, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
think Coach U's even a
But
wrestler.
I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of people that they run, and then everyone's, hey, I got a spot on the show, brother, and like,
Brother.
Yeah.
brother.
You know, it's like, because imagine if I ran a show, how many people want to be on that show? I can't have 40 matches. Like,
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna book a 500 people for this show.
You do what every other promotion does. Battle Royal.
Yeah, battle royal. God.
Every show
That
has
6-man match.
Yeah.
You know, you should have a battle royal.
Gauntlet
Where
tag.
we should have a battle royal, and the prizes the winner gets paid.
Yeah.
$20 about the
Yeah.
battle royal.
Hey,
The
podcast.
20s.
We're calling all podcasts to sponsor our show. Sponsor a wrestler so they actually get something.
The
for
$20 body slam challenge.
The can of Coke body slam. You get a cold water body slam challenge.
Listen, there's some promotions you can't even get water.
There is. Sometimes in the back they don't have water. I'm like, can't you fucking
No,
water?
if you win this body slam challenge, you get a cold water.
There you go.
It's
Wow.
it's been in a mini fridge where the door was kind of half open
Yeah.
for 3 hours.
And I had a laundry chute.
You
full
get
of hot water
You get
on.
a slightly chilled water.
Yes,
For
like
winning the body
There
slam
are people
challenge.
out there who like room temperature water.
Yeah, they're called
Yeah.
indie wrestlers.
savages.
Savages. That's right.
They're called They're
Savages.
called indie wrestlers. 'Cause
But
that's all they get.
It's not so much they like it. It's what's available.
Yeah.
Then
It
you have
is.
nut jobs that meet like me that have like the ice in it.
God, I love independent wrestling. It's good we can joke about it because listen,
It's so fun.
it is a lot of fun. I have such a blast.
You know what? I was thinking there's no mothers in wrestling that have a daughter that's a wrestler.
Yes,
Like, imagine
yes,
Ric-
there is. Yes, there
Is there? I can't think of any.
Soraya Knight.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Paige's mom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
I love that.
right.
And she was a wrestler. I've never seen her wrestle,
Yeah.
but she was more in,
Sweet Soraya Knight. Yeah.
in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, more in the UK. They had their own promotion. They kind of were the big Indian Norwich, UK, Norwich, England. But yeah, she.
Isn't Paige's name almost the same thing?
well, her-
Araya?
no,
No, it's someone that I have
no,
too.
it is.
She's named after the Slayer lead singer,
well,
Tom Araya.
no, her name is Soraya.
Her
Yeah.
name is Soraya.
She's named after her mom's gimmick name.
Oh,
Eric
Oh,
Pinhead
that's
says
it.
room temperature for life.
there you go.
There it is.
Yeah, and so when she got her name
Yeah.
from Tom Araya from Slayer.
It would be like
it?
if Hulk Hogan named his son Hulk.
Yeah,
If Nick
Hulkster.
Hogan's name was Hulk.
Hulkster Hogan. That'd be awesome. I didn't even think about that. That's like, yeah, that's probably the only mother. I'm not sure there's some in Japan or something.
DiBiase, well, he's not a DiBiase
Yeah, but
guy.
like a mother-daughter combo.
Right.
Other than Paige.
Luna
I can think of
Vachon's
that.
aunt was a wrestler.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'm sure it's happened in Mexico.
Yeah, I'd
Mexico has
probably-
Well, here's the
yeah.
thing too. Well, this just goes to show you how far women's wrestling has come. Where now we might actually see when we're
Yes.
in our 70s, if we live that long, to actually see the next generation of maybe these girls growing up and becoming
yeah, like if-
wrestlers.
Girls are little boys too.
Yeah, well, we might see like someone's daughter or son, like
Right.
a mother who had a child who wrestled, then became like, because it's just so insane that
What
we
did-
really never took women's
know,
wrestling
this is,
serious
uh,
enough.
What did we? I know what did Brie Bella have? I know we don't really consider her a wrestler because
No, she wrestled.
They-
I mean,
they're
even though we
But
don't,
what
we're
did
not
she have?
fans,
She
but she
had
Their
wrestled.
oldest is they had a daughter and then a
Look
son.
at Andy's face.
Yeah, the Bellas are
Priceless.
mothers. Yeah, Becky
Look,
Lynch's mother.
I think the
if-
Bella had a boy
if
too.
genetics make you have a good, if genetics can make you a good wrestler, Brie Bella's daughter has a 50-50 shot of being a good
Yeah.
wrestler.
If she comes out and she's really hot and then can really wrestle,
and
there
chain
you
wrestle.
go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah.
What do they call that?
And
A Punnett square.
Yeah.
That's what they call it in science. A Punnett. It's like it's wrestling, so we could call it a pinhat square.
Yeah.
It's like when they have the
that square.
yeah. It's like
Oh, grab that
dominant,
magnet.
recessive, recessive,
Or you have your
recessive,
magnet.
dominant.
The magnet.
They call it
I
a
want to
pun.
show off Kelly's
Th-
gift doll.
This
Oh,
is
you
uh
don't need to.
this is way too much science information for a stupid wrestling podcast. But yeah, it's like basically it'll show you like it could be these are the 4 different outcomes for a dominant recessive gene. So for Danielson and Brie Bella's kid, it could be hot good wrestler, hot bad wrestler, not hot bad wrestler, not hot good wrestler.
Yeah, because there's like the corner. So like, here's good wrestler.
Yeah, yeah.
Here's attractive.
Then again, we're saying this like Bryan Danielson's the French angel. He's not a hideous guy.
yeah.
No, he's a good looking guy.
But he's no-
Stephen Hunter's daughter is training.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are they old enough already?
I think
Aurora's like 16.
Yeah.
Wow. I know the
She's in
rock
her-
star was training, but now I don't think she is anymore.
Because
No, she's still in NXT.
She
I
was
think.
in NXT. Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
she's still there.
You had to call her Pebbles.
Pebble,
Yeah.
yeah, Pebble.
You have Oscar has a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, Becky Lynch has a kid.
I did
and Seth
think-
Rollins.
I did think of another one. Mother daughter Kyoko Kimura and Hana Kimura.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
you have Mox too, but Mox is the father. He's the wrestler. But you have Renee, who's a commentator too. They have a daughter.
More. She did commentary, but she even said she didn't. She
But she's a
doesn't-
wrestling personality.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
a wrestling personality. Great interviewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought she was good in commentary. She didn't like her time in commentary, but she also had 100 people in her ears telling her she was terrible
She was the first lady to actually do full time, learned like
on
full-time
Monday Night Raw.
on Monday Night Raw.
I
Yeah.
liked her, but
So and like she said,
I'm a huge Renee fan. I listen to a lot of her
she
podcasts.
had a lot of people yelling in her ear at that time and a lot of pressure on
A lot of people-
As all WWE announcers do.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Vince.
A lot of people.
All right. Well, let's wrap up here for our Mother's Day episode. Andy, what do you got to plug?
My show. I gotta bring up get the proper address here.
While you're doing that, I want a quick plug and thank Kelly. Kelly got us podcast gifts. Brian just got a promotion on his job, so congratulations, Brian. And he had his own office now. So she got a photo that we all said that meant a lot
Biggest
to us.
office
Yeah.
in the biggest building on the biggest side of town.
Yep.
It is
Yeah.
a pretty big office.
It is a
for
pretty
somebody
big-
that's not that important.
I felt like it was a big office and there's nothing on the desk. I wanted to
Somebody
get a
way
crystal
more
too,
important
but-
than me used to have that office.
Yeah, it is a big office. But one of our favorite people in pro wrestling, who've literally just has had our back the entire time. They support this podcast.
Two of our favorite people.
Two
I
of our
think.
favorite
Two.
people.
Two.
You just really support us and do everything. Kelly took a photo that we just got recently taken, and she got it put in a frame for Brian, and as well as like a little frame magnet for our fridge for me and Andy. But it is us and our lovely friends, the Diamond City War Machines. So it's really cool. You are going to be on our
At the
fridge
field
forever
house.
at the Hamburg Fieldhouse. Love those dudes to death. Eric and Brad are unbelievable, and we love you guys to death. So thank you, Kelly, for
Yes,
the
that
gift. It was very nice of you.
thoughtful,
Thank you.
Incredibly thoughtful.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Cody and Brandy Rhodes. Anyway, so mothers and
Yeah, Brandy Rhodes.
Yeah, they have a kid there. They'll probably try and get that kid to wrestle.
Although she's not in wrestling right now.
Yeah.
I think
That's
Andy has his. I think Andy has his
Yeah.
show up now.
Yeah.
So this
Oh,
Saturday,
this is big. Oh, this is gonna
Saturday
be
May
so good.
7th at the Birdsboro Friendship Fire Company, the #1 social quarter. Is that which someone should use
A
that in
main
promo.
event in any arena.
Yes.
What day
Yes.
is this?
Saturday, May 7th.
Next Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
As in 2 days from today.
I think
Today's the 5th.
want to
6th,
go
7th.
Let's see how we feel after
Yeah.
the
after
brewery
Bash at
show.
the Brewery.
Yeah. So it's RCW Rumble Mania, they're calling it. It'll be me defending the Ultimate title against Mr. Ooh La La. How about
Who's the
that?
champion?
Me? I
You're
just
the
said
current
defending the
champion.
title.
Andy
Yeah.
has the belt.
I didn't know you had a. Why is the table? Why is the title
talked
not
about-
on?
we
have
talked
a
about
physical
this
title.
on
Wow.
yeah, we talked about this on Truth on Tuesday about him dropping the belt to Mr. Ooh La La.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're losing the
Yeah,
title.
you're
at the-
done.
Yeah. So that's
You're
and,
done.
And the
My-
doors are at 6, and then bell time is at 7, and it is at give the address here, 214 West First Street, Birdsboro, PDA. So right down from Reading.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Ooh la la. Yeah,
I'm coming in an ooh la la shirt.
Yeah.
You have one, don't you?
I do
You
have
are
one.
not
I went to
getting
get one, but he
cheered
had my size.
He was very close to us at Legends of Hamburg last
Yeah.
year, and it was a lot of fun.
He was amazing.
He was just cutting his promo on his phone. He's like, "Oh,
So in
I
that
love
photo,
this."
he just reminds me of the movie Mannequin from 1980 something because he has those glasses that the
Yeah.
one character had
Ooh
in
la la's been
Mannequin.
wrestling since the early 90s.
Eric said, "Stop by a fan in Target. I'm on a fridge, and I got a Gavin drawing. Does this mean I made it?" I would say yes.
Yeah.
I
think
feel
so.
like the
Hopefully when you're at Target, check the toy section. That's what I.
yeah. If
I
Gavin, if you get a
remember,
drawing from Gavin, you have made professional
Yeah.
wrestling.
And a lot of them are so cool.
They are.
You guys have me checking the toy section now if I need time to
I
bust.
need
I'm
that
like,
King
like,
Grayskull people.
I remember
It's at Target only.
we were leaving a backbreaker show, and Andy got recognized at Burger King.
He did, and then they fucked up your order, and you got pissed.
Yeah, that's right.
He literally
I don't
ordered.
remember.
He ordered
I
it.
think the guy was like training to be a wrestler.
Oh,
It was
okay.
in
why did it,
Hazleton.
how did he screw it up?
He
They always put mayonnaise to
he
fuckers.
ordered it. He ordered it and said he literally turned. He ordered it, turned from the counter, and goes, "I bet you they fuck it up."
It's not hard. I'll be like, "Can I have that sandwich? No sauce." But then they always eat with this. Well, do you want the lettuce? I didn't fucking say lettuce. I said no sauce. This is taking one step away. It's not adding steps. And
He-
apparently it's too hard.
He literally walked into the car, seen the mayonnaise, and goes, "Not eating." Just didn't. He ordered a food that he knew was gonna come out wrong.
It,
What the
it
hell did
happens
you
all
do
the
then,
time.
throw
It's
it
like the
out?
Yeah,
fries.
he tossed it out, right?
I've thrown them out the window. I've been so mad. When you ask for no sauce and then they give you like
Yeah, but you
why?
paid for the sandwich. Just scrape it off.
You can't scrape it off. You can't scrape off all liquid material.
The maddening
Try.
thing up here
Try.
is that I have to do this with a cheesesteak. I have to say no sauce, and it
Yeah.
annoys me every time.
You know, he literally says, "I'll take this order," and then turned to look and goes, "They're gonna fuck this up." They did.
Maybe the kid, I kind of remember maybe the kid
See,
was a little like
but
questions.
we
too many
had a-
questions.
we
Here's
had
the thing. Here's the thing. Here's my side of the story. You put it into the universe. You made it happen.
There you
They
go.
fucked
Yeah,
it up
but it's
because you
happened
said they were
before.
gonna.
I said no mayonnaise, and they put salad dressing on one time. Why would you do that?
What are they even gonna salad dressing?
Yeah, I go, what the fuck? Why would you get ranch dressing? What? Why?
Oh, okay. So they put ranch dressing on it.
There's
Yeah,
like,
well, what's your salad dressing?
there's like,
right?
there's no way this psychopath's eating it dry.
Yeah.
We gotta put something on it.
Your motto is literally you get your way.
I heard the team and they put thermite on it.
Yeah,
Oh my God, Andy's that
it
all you
happens
have to-
all the time.
That's
Like when I went to Taco Bell, they didn't give me the right shit. I didn't order nachos.
when you order plain and they put cheese on it.
Yeah, It's a lot of times they'll say, "Well, do you want everything
Oh.
else?
Well, here's the
Why
thing.
is this? What?
Did
no.
you get charged the extra 50 cents for cheese?
I don't know.
If
I
not,
love
that's a win.
Oh my god, that was my favorite. And then we got recognized after the Jericho concert at the Burger King in at that like gas station.
That McDonald's ad?
He actually listened to the podcast.
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
like,
that
"Hey,
was
do you want
cool.
a sticker of the podcast?" He goes, "I listen to you guys."
that was something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else.
He was really, and he goes to PPW a lot.
Oh wow,
He's a
that's
PPW,
cool,
yeah. And I was
Hey.
like, wait, so we just met a random guy. Like he was at the Fozzy show, and he just happened to stop at the same gas station.
Well, I
as
mean,
us.
if you're at the Fozzy show, it's not really random. 'cause
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
gonna be a lot of
wrestling.
we
wrestling
didn't stop at the
fans there.
Fozzy shows.
Yeah, we were
Or
way
we
far.
were-
Oh, okay,
from
We
it.
far
were
away,
like
yeah.
on the way
At
home,
least half an hour away.
Oh,
from
okay,
it.
that's
Yeah.
a little more. Yeah, that's some more.
and I was drunk.
I mean, but it's always cool to have someone know you from wrestling. It's not cool when they fuck. up
What's
your
Dale
role.
here saying? It was nice to meet and chat with you all on Saturday night at Hamburg. Oh, Dale, yeah. Dale was. You didn't get. You didn't
I
get a
don't
chance.
think I got a chance to meet
Dale
them, yeah.
Heisler.
Yeah, Dale
of
Heisler.
the Heislers, which is
He
local
owns
place.
Heislers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, partially.
Yeah. No, I think
he's
his.
a family member.
Yeah. We have to go drive
Hi,
balls.
Dale.
The cotton candy is so.
Dale was
cotton
an
candy
abs-
ice cream.
Dale was an
Mm.
absolute sweetheart. And,
Very nice.
he said he's been listening to us since I believe
September.
August
Hey,
or September.
It don't
yeah.
matter if it was 4 years ago or 4 days
he,
ago.
he checked out the show and he's been listening ever since.
Yeah, we appreciate
and he
that.
thinks we do a good job, which means a lot because we try, I guess, right? We give it
Fine
a-
try.
I mean, Mother's Day episode kind of went off the rails a couple times, but
It's been a fun time.
yeah, we're
Yeah.
having
And
fun.
And we
with
learned
it.
about little Kevin.
It was a fun one
Mhm.
until Tony spilled his beer everywhere.
Spilled. I forearm that shit everywhere.
So next gift is going to be a sick cup.
Sippy cup. Yeah, if you want to give me a podcast sippy cup, I'll take it.
Yes.
Brian, what do you want to plug?
Murder My Dude, project219.com. This is our off week, but last week we didn't really plug it because we had Carry On. We did what did we do last week? Oh my goodness.
the
Kitty Genovese.
Yeah,
It is the bystander effect. So there's this old story. If you've ever taken a psychology class, you may have heard it, of a woman who was stabbed to death in New York City, and there were, I believe, 32 witnesses, 36 witnesses, something like that. And they say nobody did anything.
Oh,
They just let her die. And
fake news.
it didn't really happen that way. And we explore that. And then I think our next episode, which will be next week, is going to be Friday the 13th, my dude.
So you're gonna do like famous murders from the movie series?
No. It's going to be somebody who may have murdered after being inspired by it.
copycat.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever do I believe it's called the Pruitt sisters?
I
I watched a video the other day. I'll send you the video.
There you go.
It's
Okay.
French twins.
Do you know what my Jason Voorhees' first kill weapon was?
I do not.
A rock?
No.
A chair?
A
Rope?
harpoon gun.
Oh, really?
Is that for, like Jason from
Yep.
the second movie?
Yep.
Okay.
His first kill was with a harpoon gun.
Because the first one is not Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
For a movie that came out 30 years ago.
Spoiler alert, not the original killer. Kelly,
I just like the shows on IWE.
plug that Love and Sex Magic.
Yeah.
That was a controversial episode.
There's a joke there. Plug that love and sex match.
Plug that love and sex magic. Yeah.
When you love someone a lot, you do some love and sex magic.
Our next episode is gonna be all love people. We're gonna talk about Venus and Brother Love.
I
Food.
love you.
All sexy gimmicks, I guess you could say.
Hello,
What was there? The
Think of Valentine's
heartthrobs.
episode.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So we had Sex Magic, Love and Sex Magic on last Tuesday. And
How'd that
we talked-
episode go?
It was quite interesting. Tony got a little heated.
I did not get heated.
Heated. Just a tad.
I just debated.
debated.
Yeah, I
Well,
didn't
the
get
heat-
upset. I never
You
got
had a little-
upset.
You had a little spice.
Think
Little
it get
spice.
hot about
I did get
Jackie had a little
spicy.
spice too.
I got spicy, but I was never upset.
I tried to get spicy, but I couldn't get spicy with my voice because it kept going in and out.
If you want to hear Kelly sound like
I'm
Jason
sure-
Snake Roberts, turn
Somebody thought it was spicy. And
Yeah.
like, I like the sound of that girl.
yeah, please go back and watch that episode. It was fun.
If you would have had Buffy, why is Kelly being played by Kathleen Turner today?
Yeah.
Yeah, fun episode. What's gonna be our next TBI?
The New Jersey Devil.
I've been doing research already.
Yeah.
You
I
can buy
already
shirts
don't
on
like it.
Amazon. Side tangent.
Really?
There's a lot of cool
Yeah.
cryptid shirts on Amazon for $20.
Yeah.
And
Really?
the colors too.
Yeah. And then
I
I
saved a
tried.
bunch.
I tried buying the plushie that you kind of
Yeah,
advertised.
there's none on.
No, I tried.
Is there a
them
Jersey
too.
Devil plushie?
There's a Jersey Devil plushie, but it's not available until the end of the summer, the end of August.
Is there not?
kinda
Is there any Jersey
upset
Devil
and
plushies
bummed.
at all?
I
Like,
tried Amazon. I couldn't find any.
Etsy has some, but they're like ecstatically because they're crocheted and
See,
like
like-
handmade.
National Cryptid Society. Like
you
there's a
should buy.
bunch of cool
You should
ones.
surprise me with a Jersey Devil, and I'll give you the money for it. You pick the color and everything.
Like they have the basic one, like looks like this Bigfoot like holding a flag.
American
Yeah.
flag.
Yeah,
So what we're
cool.
doing on the horror show for me and Heidi is we're actually buying
God,
the
that's
rock
sweet.
fingers too. We're buying the movie and we're buying the pop of the horror movie. And if the movie
Oh.
doesn't have a pop, we'll
Yeah.
we'll just buy the movie. But we're trying to buy like the movie and a pop.
That's a good way to start a collection too.
Well, I sold my whole collection, so I don't have many pops left. So this is a way to restart fresh. But it's
Yeah.
something that me and Heidi will have
Like,
together. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll plug that. Our next Not Cool in High School episode will be on Tuesday. We're going to be talking mothers in pop culture.
When is your
Oh, very
next? When
cool.
is your Carrie episode though? Your
I
horror.
think we're going to shoot that maybe this weekend or next weekend. We're not
Oh,
sure
okay.
yet.
I don't know if you had a certain date for that.
Yeah, because this
You're doing
Friday we
Carrie
usually do
next.
Friday, but we're going to be at the brewery for the wrestling show this Friday. Pinhat will be there taking photos.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You can-
So he'll be there hanging out with us. But yeah, so our next Not Cool in High School will be Tuesday. That's a really cool shirt.
yeah.
We'll be at Tuesday at 8:00 on Not Cool in High School YouTube. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, just search Not Cool in High School podcast. We're going to be talking our mothers you would want as a mother in pop culture,
Judy Bagwell.
mothers you would not want in pop culture as your mother,
Judy Bagwell.
and mothers you would like to
Nope.
hang out with.
Judy Bagwell.
Judy, yeah, so that will be our episode on Tuesday. There's a big thing on TikTok where it's Smash or Pass Mom
Okay.
Edition.
Yeah.
So we're
I
gonna
see. I have yet to see that trend.
we're gonna play the Smash or Pass edition.
Oh, okay.
And then we're also
cool.
gonna be humble, like say what
Wait,
moms.
Oh,
would-
be humble.
Not
The
humble.
Sheik's coming.
Yeah, which moms we would like in as a mother in pop culture and which ones we don't. Spoiler alert: a mother I would want, but she has to be my stepmom. Sofia Vergara from Modern Family.
Oh,
okay.
okay. And I see why you want her as a stepmom.
What if I come out and I have a luscious bead of water coming off my chest pubes to my ball fro, and she looks at me and says, "I've had the old calf. Now I want the young bull." You ever watch Step Brothers? That's from Step Brothers. Yeah,
I did, but I don't remember.
yeah. That's what he's telling his dad. Like that, this new wife is.
There
gonna
is
come on him.
Judy Bagwell as a WCW Tag Team Champion.
No, you're not.
Ow!
No.
Look at those eyebrows.
Oh my.
Is that really?
That is- that
That
is
is
one-
really Judy Bagwell. Yeah,
That is one thing I did want to plug is
and
our
she really
tornado.
was a WCW Tag Team Champion.
Our tornado tag TikTok. We're trying to get some love on that. There's some exclusives I'm just keeping on tornado tag TikTok too. So like Andy's entrance and stuff from the other
There you
day
go.
is up
There we
on
go.
it. and-
Where you completely blow off Little Sheik and didn't give him any push-ups? You should have stopped and given.
Oh yeah.
Should have stopped and given.
Although he did jump off the stairs and stuck the landing.
Yeah.
He did.
That. I usually always do that.
Someone didn't earlier.
Oh boy.
Yeah, felt
But he
pretty.
meant,
Good.
he meant to do it.
He meant to do it. Yeah.
He may be wrestling with a 3 stages of hell match. at
Oh
some
boy.
point.
Oh
yeah.
jeez.
Yeah, he had a hard time. Yeah, so great. Thank you guys so much. Also, we have been ranked for like weeks now. We have not left the top 250 at Apple Podcasts on for professional wrestling in North America, which is insane to me because we are a weekly podcast, and a lot of these podcasts are daily. They put daily content out. So the fact that you guys are not only keeping us in the top 250 by listening on Apple and supporting, thank you so much. Please, if you're listening, tell a friend. If you were watching this on YouTube or Facebook, a play on the audio side really helps out, or tell someone to go check it out. And reviews really help out too. We're not doing too well on Spotify, but Apple, we're killing it.
I don't think many people, even though Spotify has podcasts, I don't think many people use
No,
Spotify for
I mean,
podcasts.
and if you have
you
an
know?
Apple product, you usually use Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Crazy
all I
fact
use.
Me too.
is I thought we hit our mark at we were ranked number 100.
Okay.
That's not the best we did. I
Oh.
went back and rechecked the things as of May 2nd. At one point in time in that day,
Yeah.
we hit 77.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's better than I thought.
77.
Seven.
Yeah.
So all of you who are supporting over on the Apple side, thank you so
We're catching up to
much.
Conrad.
Well, every podcast that beat us was one that Conrad does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like
76
76
podcasts.
podcasts.
Yeah, Busted Open, Chris Jericho and Conrad are
Yeah.
killing us. There's somebody else who just started a podcast that's doing really well.
DDP.
No, it's brand new.
It's different when you start and you already have an
I think Ric
established
Flair's new
celebrity.
Yeah.
podcast is doing pretty well. He just
I
started
mean, they,
another
Yeah.
one.
they kill,
Well, it's
they
gonna
kill
be
it because
over
of
in
their
like 3
names.
weeks.
Yeah, he don't stick with them too long.
Podcast is not an easy game, but thank you guys all so much for supporting us and helping us grow there. It truly means the world to us. Word of mouth has been really well, and I want to end. You're not going to see this if you're audio only, but if you're on our Instagram or our Facebook, we did post about it. We have 3 brand new logos. So first, we want to say our first logo that we're very proud and honored that we have
Isn't
had
there 4?
for a long time was Adina Steele and Kit Raff was our first logo. It's loading now. Here it is on the screen. So a huge thank you to Adina and Kit for letting us do that and being our first logo. Then the one you see hanging up behind us, which is Red and Brett Cosmic and Senton, that will be Seaton. Sorry, Seaton will be not retired. Like you can still buy these. The merch is not available yet. I've been trying. Teespring was giving me some troubles uploading it. I have to re-upload it and figure it out. But you can go buy the new logos very soon. But we want to announce the first 3 of 5. So what we're going to start doing is every 6 to 7 months, release a wave of 5 new logos. We have 2 more that are still yet to be announced. They're being worked on right now by our fantastic artist Haley Stokes. But we will show you right, guys. Now the first 3. So the first one's gonna be a PPW Spark, dark and spooky character at PPW.
That Spark's coming though.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Dark STG, and I'm terrible with.
I forget the manager's name.
I think it's like Vega, but I'm
Vega.
not good with like obviously names that are not
Vegas.
common.
Rolling claw attack and then dive claw attack. You know, obviously Spanish bullfighter with Wolverine claws.
It's an old wooden ship.
It's an old
Zio Zagan. I hope I'm saying that right. Zagan, Zagan.
Maybe Zagan.
Zagan, yeah. So Zio Zagan is his manager. Please don't come kill us because I didn't get your name right.
He already killed my friend Tom Mitchell. Please don't kill Tom.
Yes. So our first logo will be that one. Our second logo will be the former PPW Tag Team Champions.
Mhm.
Our first tag team featured I mean, Red Brent and Cosmic,
Not a
Yeah.
tag team.
they're a mixed tag team.
proper.
Dina and Kid have team before.
Yeah.
they have, but our first true
Regular
tag team
yeah.
as former champions, the main event. I personally love that logo. That's one of my favorites. I love those guys so much. The first time I seen them,
I like that it's circusy.
yeah. Well,
I like
actually,
that.
I made a personal request for our logo. That is their actual hula hoop that
Yes.
Jay Lion jumps through. So they have a black and red hula hoop. So that is the actual hula hoop
Yeah,
as the border.
and the font of podcast is different. In
Yes.
Yes, we always change
They
the
change it
font
up a
of
little.
podcast. She does a fantastic job. And then, so this one we have a singles and manager, we have a tag team, and now we have a manager logo, which is going to be C.R. O'Malley, the steampunk manager. So that he got his own little gears and steampunk version of his logo. Once again, huge thank you to all of you who will allowed us to use your likeness. We still have two more coming.
Little Kevin.
It will be a
Yes, look at it.
it will be a female wrestler, and it will be a single star.
Yeah, little
A
Kevin
Killer Tomato. Deputy Killer
It
Tomato.
will be Debbie the Killer Tomato.
and little Kevin.
And then our next round of 5, I already have picked out 3. So we're
Oh
going to get a
my.
tag team with the manager. We're going to get a single star with a manager.
Okay.
And we are the third one I definitely have, but I can't remember right now. I definitely have 2 locked in. Definitely 2.
We don't know people.
Eventually, every wrestler who's ever wrestled a match will be on the logo.
Yeah, eventually all
we
of
really
you.
will get to little Kevin.
Yeah, we will get through everybody. But
Debbie the Flying Tomato.
a
Check.
high flyer
Oh, okay.
will have it. A single star high flyer.
Yeah, Mr. La one.
Yes.
Oh
Oh
the
my
great
God, he
high flyer,
agrees.
Mr.
Yeah,
If
purple
he
and
fucking
silver.
agrees,
I'm sure he would.
we will have a Mr. Ooh La La logo. That would be unbelievable. And it would be funny because someone who's in the next series is a huge Mr. Ooh La La
That's
fan.
crazy.
Yeah.
You know, I first seen wrestle when I was like 14 or 13.
And now you're
And now you're
wrestling.
wrestling for the
How about that?
title.
Isn't that what a world? What a world we live in.
So-
PCW, Wilkesburg, Pennsylvania.
So that logo is metal. Love it. And then he says, nice. I love the second one too. And then the last one he gave a thumbs up.
Yeah, they're all great logos.
Huge thank you. And once again, once the merchandise drops,
You know
you
what?
guys can
We should
pick
get
it
a
up.
vacant one.
Yes.
Vacant.
Yeah.
It's the silhouette.
Yeah.
And a very basic font, just black and white.
That's like
Tornado
kind
Tag
of see through.
Podcast. It's in like Times New Roman,
Yeah.
Tornado Tag Podcast.
Or we should get the Invisible Man from GCW.
Where it's just a black logo.
Yeah, well, it'd be kind of the same thing. Yeah, it's a black logo.
Yeah.
You just get a black sheet. That's the Invisible Man logo.
It'll say Tornado Tag and I'll just see like a color background. Like, who's there? That's clearly Invisible Man. Oh, we found out something. We found out some GCW news.
We didn't really.
We did what we didn't.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have shows on IWTV.
No, it has nothing to do with this.
That- they
Yeah,
did
the
straighten that up.
settlement series, because they did settle. They're calling
Yes.
their shows the settlement series.
We found out
No, we didn't.
nothing,
How?
Yeah.
but we found out that nobody knows what is even cooler.
Yeah, but I don't want to really blabber too much here.
We just say nobody knows.
Yeah.
Like the whole gimmick is even people who are backstage were like, we have no idea who that is. There's speculation on who it might be.
Mr. America.
What the character's name.
Oh, we're actually going to say this. Early
Yeah.
morning guy Steele from
Oh.
the club.
So I asked someone like, who was it? And they go, I'm not joking. No fucking idea.
no one knows.
No
apparently.
one backstage GCW for the most part, like talent wise, like
No.
they were coming out like, who is that? And they're like, no idea.
You know what would be the best? If it's just some nobody.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It might be.
That's the best.
But there is speculation because the way he did the 450 and everything like that. So we're not
Moving soon.
going to give our speculation.
Yeah,
So but if you as a fan, you can speculate. But the fact that
I think I know who it is.
you think
Judy Bagwell.
Judy Bagwell.
faked
it
death
fucking-
and she's now early
you
morning guy
fucking
Steele.
spoiled it. Little Jimmy needs one.
Remember Little Jimmy? Oh, maybe you don't. The Truth had a thing
Oh,
when he was
Jimmy,
wild.
yeah.
Little Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the cool news that we found out that legit not like no one really knows. The guys in the back were like,
Yeah.
no, they kept that completely secret.
Mhm.
So whoever that man was that came out, like there's even photos of like him backstage just sitting around.
Yeah, he's getting a picture of Missy Hyatt in the gimmick.
Yeah.
Because he had like obviously they said it was like if Vincent D'Onofrio's character from Men in Black, you know, the alien. What's
Okay, yeah.
It was like if that was a wrestler. He has like minor gloves on, like
Yeah.
coverall, like
Yeah,
overalls, like a big
and
thick
no
shirt.
one
and a
is
fake,
100
obviously a fake face.
no one is 100% sure on who that is, which makes that character even cooler.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. All right, that'll do it for Tornado Tag Podcast episode 151. Do we have a topic next week?
Not yet.
Not yet. So I don't know if we have a topic.
Unless we want to do the show. I know we've been talking about covering Judgment Day
Um,
2002.
There's a pay-per-view Sunday.
Oh yeah, there is. WrestleMania Backlash is on Sunday.
Is it really?
Yeah,
No one
This
gives
Sunday.
a shit.
yeah. In 2 days,
Like, gives a shit.
Edge versus someone.
I'm
you
Cody
fuck-
versus Seth Rollins.
Dead serious. This is a pay per view.
Yeah.
Oh, that's serious. The only one that
Bobby
watches the
Lashley
product
and
is
Omos.
telling
Becky
you what it
versus
is.
Asuka.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Roman and the Usos against Drew McIntyre and RK Bro.
Yeah.
Because they canceled the one match everybody was interested in.
Yeah,
which is
Edge versus
Unified Tag.
AJ.
That'll be good.
But they might, unless it turns into Edge and Damian Priest versus AJ. And
I'm
Balor.
guessing something with like Balor and
Yeah, Damian Priest probably
Balor and
because he came out to save AJ.
oh, that's right. Yeah.
So he hasn't.
I read comics during Raw, but I just
Jeez.
Maybe the Miz and Mustafa
It's just the
Ali.
background
Yeah.
noise.
Raw's not good.
No.
Crazy.
I know we were talking about covering I think it was Judgment Day
Okay.
2002.
That is also the name of Edge's stable.
Yeah.
Judgment Day.
Judgment
Yeah,
Day.
so it's possible. Judgment Day will wrestle at Judgment Day.
That's sick.
Well, no, this is WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, but
It's not
I'm
just
just saying,
Backlash
but in the
anymore.
future,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it could happen.
Yeah. So I do have a list of people who have filled out forms to be on the show. Our new requirement to the show is we're gonna do an
monetary donation.
yeah. You have to
You gotta
pay,
give.
you have to pay us. No, no, you have to
You gotta tie.
tell us a topic you want us to cover, and you join the topic. That
Oh,
we're gonna
okay.
keep our format of the show of covering topics, and then the guests will join it, and we will sneak interview questions in as we do it.
But if we do cover Judgment Day 2002, which I know we talked about, let's go over some of the matches on this. It's Rob Van Dam and Eddie Guerrero for the Intercontinental title.
Mhm.
Trish Stratus against Stacy Keibler. Trish Stratus with Bubba Ray Dudley in her
Oh,
corner,
wow.
and Stacy Keibler with Reverend Devon
Oh, wow.
and Deacon Batista.
wow. Deacon, wonder if he ever won on anything.
The pay-per-view debut of Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman teaming against the Hardy Boys. The Big Show and Ric Flair against Steve Austin. Kurt Angle against Edge in a hair versus hair match.
Ooh.
Uh,
Someone's hair never grew back.
Billy and Chuck against Rikishi and a mystery partner for the tag team titles. Chris Jericho and Triple H in a Hell in a Cell match.
Ooh.
And the main event for the WWE title, the first time ever on a pay-per-view defended as the WWE title. Hollywood Hulk Hogan defends against The Undertaker.
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember that.
And if you're into Monster Mania or Monster Cons, you can go see the Monster Among Men will be at this
Braun Strowman?
August 12th to the 14th. Adam Shear, aka Braun Strowman, will be at Monster Mania Con in New Jersey.
And when's
I-
that?
Fun.
Oh,
can I-
that's next weekend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
No, you said
No,
it's in
the-
August, right?
August 12th
sorry,
to the
sorry,
14th.
Sorry, Slubfest is next weekend.
This weekend's a big 80s convention in Jersey.
Oh, that's true.
Like
yeah.
Jesse Ventura is going to be there, like all these people.
Yeah.
on-
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for Tornado Tech.
real quick,
sorry, go ahead.
that Monster Con, can I pay $100 to yell at him in a closet?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, what's
Absolutely.
What's
Cool.
going on with the,
And
the
you're gonna
control
get
your
these
narrative? Have we done
hang-ups.
anything lately?
No.
Are
Is
They
it
wrestled in a
are we not-
Walmart.
We're
They
not controlling a
wrestled at
narrative.
Walmart.
Didn't they wrestle in a Walmart?
I don't think so. That's that other guy.
Yeah,
Are those guys? The
the
guys?
Walmart guys.
One of them
Yeah,
was in the clusterfuck. Maybe Adam Scher was early morning guy steal.
Yeah.
and he did a 450.
You never
Yeah.
know what that man can do.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the Tornado Tech podcast. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, if you do grab any merchandise or anything from our website, please send us a photo of you in that merchandise so we can promote it and say thank you. I appreciate all the love you guys get us. We went a little long this time. I do apologize. We had a lot of fun this episode talking about our favorite wrestling mothers. We'll see you guys next time. And if you are a mother, happy Mother's Day, and stay safe this weekend. Hopefully we'll see you at either the IWTV show for the Brass of the Brewery,
Mhm.
or we'll see you Saturday where
RCW.
where Mr. Ulala will be the new champion.
Yes, he will.
I
Yeah.
know.
Sorry.
No
yeah.
faith in Andy, anybody. No faith
Oh,
in Andy.
always, except for when he's wrestling.
Yeah. It's like, okay, is Andy who's Radley wrestling? The independent Hulk Hogan? Yeah. Sorry.
It's over.
Ooh la la. See you guys next time.
Bye.